All right, we're good. We'll just wait a couple of minutes here just to kick things off. There's people already here chatting. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Welcome to another Legendary Secret Swap custom figure review. Today we are doing a review of all the Summer Swap reveals that we've had so far for 2024. As always, joined by Draven, who is the main organizer for this event in the summer, and Wes, who is the person who does the Secret Santa with me at Christmas time. So, gents, how are we doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Well,
Fucking A. It's so damn hot in here, so I have a fan blowing on me. Hopefully it's not too loud, but
I wondered about that when you had that belt. I was like, I wonder what he's doing for airflow.
Yeah, well, I put a like a retractable screen door, so it kind of like slides, and it works great, but it's still like it's hot. It's been hot here, so like for by our standards, it's hot here. So
yeah,
but yeah, we've had a hot couple weeks. It sucks because I obviously right now don't have the time to like be dealing with like shit falling, and like every day I come in and there's like like another 2 or 3 figures that have fallen over, and I'm just like, fuck, it's pissing me off.
You're resting. You can stay resting.
Yeah. I'm at the point now where I'm just leaving it all alone. I'll maybe once the summer's done, I'll have to go through and do like a big touch up on everything, because everything's just fucking falling everywhere. So
need some stands.
I have stands in a lot of it, but it's just you put stuff in, and a lot of it's just balancing, right? And it's like one will balance onto something else, and as soon as that one kind of fails, it's just like, oh, there goes a fucking avalanche.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time with the 3 3/4 GI Joes.
Oh, I bet.
I was trying to move my display to a different shelf so I can make more room for the classified line. And as I'm like putting stuff up, I'm just like just domino effect repeatedly.
Yeah.
And that stuff's fragile, so I'm like constantly freaking out that I broke something.
Do you have doors on those?
No.
Oh man, that would worry me. It'd worry me if there was nothing to stop them. At least in mine, when they hit the front, they hit the glass and they just stay there.
Well, that's also why I'm moving them. I mean, it's a carpeted room, but part of the reason I'm moving them is because the classified figures were above them. And then the shelf that I built for the 3 3/4 Joes was like further, like longer, like basically like protruding out more than the classified.
Oh, okay, I see.
So when a classified Joe falls forward, it would land onto the 3 3/4 Joes, and
then knock them all over.
Near as durable. I mean, so far I've been pretty lucky. Nothing has broken, I don't think, but yeah, it's also giving me a good reason to move stuff. Plus, with the vehicles they're doing in the classified line, which I swore I wasn't going to do, I need more space anyway. So those longer work better.
There's that's the line that just never stops. I feel like I don't really collect GI Joe, but I mean, watching it, I'm just like, Jesus, never stops. It just keeps coming.
Yeah, in some ways it's honestly more fun to collect than the Legends now. But
is it? Yeah. It seems like you guys are being well fed. Yeah, I feel like GI Joe fans and Ninja Turtle fans are eating real well right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No shortage of either
every
property.
Company has the license for Ninja Turtles right now.
Oh my god, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Yeah. So, Draven, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
Nice.
Wife and the kiddos have been at the grandparents for like 3 days.
Nice.
I forgot what silence is like.
Me too.
It's kind of eerie, man. It's kind of eerie if I'm being honest. I feel like Kevin waking up on Home Alone. I wake up and there's no fighting, there's no screaming.
It's just dead quiet.
Yeah. The occasional dog fart.
That's awesome. All right, well, guys, we're gonna get into it pretty quick here because we're gonna try to keep this somewhat swift, just because I still have daddy duties here. But yeah, I should be covered for at least a couple hours. So we're going to bring this into the mix here. So for anybody who's just randomly jumping on, has no idea what we're doing, between the three of us, we run Legendary Secret Swap. Like I said earlier, Wes and I do Secret Santa, and Draven does Summer Swap. So we are kind of like right near the end of the Summer Swap reveals. Draven, you said how many reveals do we have, and what do we have remaining still?
36 have been revealed of 40.
Nice. That's awesome.
So we just have one person not quite done, and obviously it's your recipient, so
yes,
we haven't got to see yours yet, so that accounts for 2. One of our guys that's in the service got his figure on June 18th and hadn't heard from him yet. I sent a message, he hasn't even seen the message, so I'm guessing he's on deployment or something.
He's still not back.
Yeah, and then one on its way to Mexico. So other than that, everything has been accounted for, and nobody's messaged me and said, "Hey, I got the wrong figure."
Yay! That's always good. I remember last year I did that. I sent the wrong address. Fuck, that was annoying.
Yeah, I mean, at least we got it out of the way, right?
Yeah, true. And at least he was willing to help us out and take care of it for us. So
for the record, I don't think I've ever done that.
I'll take that one all day long. I was waiting for it to happen. It didn't take that long. It only took 2 years. That was good.
As the Summer Swap keeps growing, I guess it's a matter of time before I screw something up.
Well, that's crazy, man, because I mean, realistically, Summer Swap is basically as big as Secret Santa is now. So
yeah, this is the biggest one. We broke 40 for the first time. I think we were up pretty close last year. There was like 35 last year, but we even had there were a lot of the regulars that actually didn't do Summer Swap this year. If they had, we might have been pushing 50.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we had a lot of new faces in Summer Swap this year, which was fun. It's nice to see
awesome new talent. Yeah,
awesome to see for sure. Before we dive into Summer Swap, wanted to quickly just touch base to everybody about so Secret Santa signups went live this morning. Wes, anything you'd like to throw in here?
Yeah, number one, if you're watching or watching a replay and you're interested in joining, make sure you read every single rule and guideline that we have posted, please. They're extremely critical to the success of the event, and they make our lives a little bit easier for this event that we run out of the goodness of our hearts. So please read every single rule and guideline. They have changed if you participated in the past. Please be aware that some of the rules have changed a little bit. We've done some tweaking. And then on top of that, I'll also mention that we've got already so far 21 participants signed up.
Nice.
And we're not even through the day yet. So
that's a good sign.
21 that we've approved to sign up so far. And then there are some folks that we need to collectively review. I need to send to you guys still, but there are some new folks that want to join that we need to review.
Nice.
So we'll easily be at 30 within the next couple of days. And like is typical for us, I'm going to assume that we'll probably end up with at least about 50 participants in the end. So, but don't dilly-dally, submit to us sooner rather than later. And you have until August 4th. August 4th.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so as Wes said, please make sure you review the rules. The general information is the same, but with every passing year, something always comes up that makes us say we should probably have a rule for that. So that has happened a couple times with Summer Swap, just like it happened a couple times with the previous Secret Santa. So if you guys are familiar with this and you regularly participate, please still take the time to go through and just make sure you have a firm understanding of exactly what's being asked of you guys. Because like Wes said, those little details are what make these events run smooth, right? And for all our participants in the event, the Summer Swap right now, I think Draven sent out a note to basically all the helper groups and basically just gave some thought from an organizer's perspective, which I thought was, good, very, very helpful and very, to the point, honestly. Like it's, like for me, I'm, as it saddens me to say, like I won't be participating in the Secret Santa this year. It'll be my first time in 9 years not participating, but we really want to try to crack down a little harder on people being late and making sure people are on time with their customs. And I don't want to be one of the people who is holding that up, especially as we crack down on it a bit harder. So I just with the new kiddo, I don't really think that that's something I'm going to be able to deliver on this year. So for me, it'll just be helping with the organizing and but Draven, you signed up. I saw that, which is exciting.
Yeah, no, I much better way this year, like we talked about earlier. So I'm actually really, really looking forward to it all. As all the reveals started happening this summer, I started getting the itch, so being that
awesome.
I'm trying my absolute best to just do one a year because it does take time, it's
for sure
commitment and
even the commitment to just running the event too, it fucking takes a long time.
Yeah, it's definitely participating and running it. As it's getting bigger, it's definitely keeping me from participating. So
for sure. Wes, are you doing Secret Santa? Or are you still on the fence?
Right now, my name is in there.
Nice.
I was gonna say, usually when you're unsure, you do it. If you're sure, I'd say he's in.
I was the first to sign up, technically, but we'll see. But yeah, right now I would say yes. I am planning to do it.
Nice. That's awesome. I wish I could, but I won't sit out for too long. Just gonna at least just evaluate what my customizing time is gonna be looking like before I commit to anything. So
for what it's worth, you got like 4 events worth of figures in the summer swap.
Oh my god, dude. We'll get to that point. That's ridiculous, but yeah. Just want to quickly say hello to the few peeps that are in the chat. There's already some people chatting here. We got Star Marvels here. What's up, man? Got C-Rob the Creator. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Morley's here. What's up? Tin Rocket. And Marcus E is in the house. And we also have another 13 people. So if you guys want to, feel free to drop something in the chat. As always, a like is appreciated on the video just to tell YouTube you like what you're seeing. But yeah, so I'm going to kind of pass this over to Draven to take the lead because not only am I not organizing this and I have no insight into any of it, but I have been very busy the last couple of weeks and I'm kind of out of the loop. So there's stuff that I haven't even really stopped to appreciate yet. So this will be a chance for me to do that. So this was the first reveal of the event. Draven, cool. Over to you.
I'll start off by saying, are my teasers too hard?
I think there's a mix.
Teasers can never be too hard.
Yeah.
Because honestly, when you make a teaser, you might think that it looks pretty difficult, but if you get far enough back from them, they actually still come together pretty well.
I don't know. That one's kind of.
Yeah, but you're zoomed in on it.
That's fair. Okay, so I had a lot of this for the first time. It's one of my biggest disappointments is when I see my teaser and I know what it is, and then somebody instantly guesses it. I'm like, damn it!
This is the way it's good worth looking at it is
a lot,
especially because I had no insight into making them. When I look through these now, I can tell what they are based on what we've seen. So, I guess in that sense, it's probably not too much. I can tell that that's Fitzroy. I can tell that was that Venom Doc Ock or whatever it was.
Yeah, the game Venom.
Yeah. What's that? All right, maybe not everything, but yeah, definitely some stuff is easier than others. So.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I want it to be fun, but at the same time too, I want people to really, really guess. So, all right. So our very first reveal is this Sweet Tooth. I know you guys aren't as big as gamers as I was. I say was because, after having kiddos, I'm just now getting back into it again. But from the game Twisted Metal, this is just such a fun custom. I got to just kind of see it come together, and there's a ton of sculpting on this guy. Ton of sculpting on him. I was watching it as I believe Brett made this one, right? Trying to keep this together.
Yeah, Super Yeti.
Super Yeti.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he sent a lot of updates, and there's a lot of sculpt on this guy. He put so much into it.
He sculpted the face, didn't he? He sculpted the face, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Face sculpted the upper torso. I mean, there's a lot of sculpt on this guy. And one thing that I just want to mention on the side is Mike D. I believe Mike Dories was the I'm looking at that right here. I don't know if you guys have seen, he built the clown car, basically the ice cream truck for him.
I saw that.
Like that was so cool to see somebody kind of expand on their gift like that. Yeah, just how awesome this thing looks with that van is just super cool. So
yeah,
like I said, I'm more of the gamer, and this thing does absolute justice to the Sweet Tooth. So I think it's one of the later versions, because I played the versions back on the PlayStation back in the day. I don't think I played anything past 3, which was on the original PlayStation, but I saw some more current pictures of the Sweet Tooth, and he looks awesome.
Yeah, I think this looks really, really good. Like, great way to start off the event. I always love when we get a great reveal to kick things off. And not knowing what he built it on, my appreciation for it went through the roof when I actually saw his work in progress pictures when he was, because I think he shared a post that like showed like a couple stages of the face sculpt and some of the other stuff that he did. And I was like, oh, damn, you actually sculpted that face right from the ground up.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, that's fucking really nice. Did a great job. So yeah, cheers to Brett, Super Yeti Customs. You did a fucking wicked job.
Yeah, I'm not I do play video games, but for Twisted Metal, I just remember playing the demo. I didn't buy it, but but I am familiar with what the character looks like, and the movie either came out or is coming out.
There's a movie for this?
Yeah. Live action. Anthony Mackie's in it, I believe.
Oh, that was like a series, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was a series.
Okay. I don't see.
Yeah, I know. I'm now that you're saying it, it's coming back to me. As soon as you say Anthony Mackie, I was like,
it's not my not a property that I was super interested in, but I am familiar with this character in particular, and I think this was just spot on.
Yeah,
and yeah, that's a undetectable base body.
Yeah,
and that face sculpt is pretty sick.
It's money. Yeah, it's money. It's so fucking good. So kudos to him. Awesome work, Super Yeti. And as we kind of go through these, everybody, I know a good chunk of you who are here are part of the event, but anybody who's not, please go check out the Legendary Secret Swap account and go follow some of these artists. If you're flipping through and you see stuff that you really like, go and give them a follow. I know everybody that participates in these would appreciate that little extra love. So please go show some love for our very talented crew of customizers here who do this with us every other season. So, all right, moving on.
Yeah, it's crazy. I noticed that we get a lot of messages with people assuming that it's like one person making all.
Yes. Yeah,
so I noticed that. Definitely getting the word out there is like, it's awesome that it's an awesome component. By the way, this person made that. Go check them out. You know, it's definitely a good way to get your name out there. So.
Yeah, totally. Number 2. Right.
Mr. Trevor. So this is what, obviously, as far as character wise, you guys are going to know this a lot better than me, but just looking at this guy, man, he's just the color balance in it, the metallic hands. He is really, really cool. And I'm trying to read here. Okay, the Bad Sociologist Lab made this guy. Yeah. Just an excellent combination of all the parts. You can see there's plenty of space there for the shoulders to move.
Super smart use of parts.
Yeah, I bought an extra of that body thinking I know I'll use it someday.
And there it is.
That's a really good. Yeah, that is honestly, it's a really good.
It's very good. It's very smart use of parts. Yeah, I was like, oh damn, why didn't I think of that?
It's a good fit.
Something too. It looks like the upper torso, the shoulders there. Was that sculpted? It looks like that was sculpted.
I think it looks like he like dremeled it off and then sculpted over it. I think it looks like it's a high evolutionary torso with like sunfire limbs, I think, or maybe.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man. You're right.
I think it's Sunfire limbs. I think
that's one of the hardest things is, adding something where there's a lot of articulation when you add a lot of sculpt and trying to make sure it has that clearance. It all looks really good. But
yeah.
and
That's
the white,
it's such a smart use of those parts. It like does a lot of the heavy lifting for him, right? Like, for me, the hard part of like building something that goes over the shoulder is always that exactly what you just said, that clearance, right?
Yeah.
It's like this has that built in. You just have to like shave down the details and do your own sculpt work on top of it, right? So
And I like that green.
me too.
Because I'm familiar with painting a green that's similar to that now. But the that green paint looks really good. And then I like that there's a little bit of a variation between that green and the hair.
Yes, I agree.
Make them the same color. And Matt, you made one of these before, right?
I did. I made one of these for Morning Wolf Customs, and it was fun. Purple is one of my favorite colors to paint. So, like, I don't know why. There's just something so satisfying when you get it on there, and it's just smooth as can be. And so
I agree.
I love that contrast with the green too. Like, it pops like crazy, right? So,
yeah, it's
excellent execution
there.
Agreed. So nice work, Bad Sociologist. This one went to C Rob, the creator, and it's another cool custom in the book for you there, Chris. Chris has received a few awesome customs in these events, so keeping it moving there. And speaking of Chris, C Rob, the creator, made this one.
So I correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is an original concept, and
it says it. Samurai Doom. An original concept. There you go.
Okay. Absolutely. I love seeing those kind of things on lists. I put a couple things like that on mine, but to see somebody actually pull this off is just so damn cool. And the alternate heads and everything, obviously we're not seeing that on this picture, but just look how busy this guy is. Like how amazing. Chris just made it work. Like, look at the wraps around the legs. He obviously the soft good skirt area, the knee covering, or the shin coverings. There's a dragon armor on the chest.
Let's see.
Just there we go. They said just busy but well executed. I mean, there's just so much to look at in such a small figure. It's just mind-boggling.
I really like how he used the soft goods. Like, I don't really like soft goods on stuff, generally speaking, but like how he integrated them into the like real sculpt and the sculpted work on it. It's very well integrated to the point where like it ultimately like works very well with the sculpted details that he's put in. So it almost gives me, like,
I think it's a good way to use it, and it fits with what Hasbro's doing a little bit more with soft goods now. And I think it still fits in that Legends style.
Yeah, me too. I agree. I mean, if you wanted to, you could always probably take the cape off and stuff, right? Like, I mean, like the stuff on the legs and stuff, it's not really soft goods enough to really, I don't really think I would warrant it as like soft.
Yeah, well, we've seen it now with really mostly, I feel like we mostly see it with Doom, so it's fitting.
Yeah,
we've seen it with that retro Doom that they did, and then we're going to see it again with the new
that
Doom
3-pack. Yeah.
So, and then the Hawkeye skirt, tunic.
Yep. Yeah, this is really cool. I really like this fucked up face he's got going on here.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
great. That's harder than it looks.
Yep,
it's one of those things that people, I think customizers always just assume that scarring up a face is super easy, but it's actually a lot harder than it seems.
To make it look believable, it's more challenging than not. Yeah. That's awesome. And this one's a token, right? Token. Very cool. Job well done, Chris.
Very well executed.
Looks great. This is good.
So cool.
All right, back over to our page here.
With my wife being gone, I forgot I was watering the lawn. I had to get up and move the water real quick. we have a system that we bought, the house came with the house, but it doesn't work, so we get to manually water. So
great.
I'm on lawn duty. All right, Nemora. Did I say that correct?
I did.
Nemora. So this one was made by Swan Artistry, Mr. John. I instantly fell in love with the figure because, I like blondes, but that's not the only reason to do with it. Just not knowing the character and everything and just kind of see it come together. I was like, wow, that's a really cool. So I actually even took the time to research. There actually wasn't a lot of material out there, which I was interested. I couldn't just find.
She's in. There's a book called Agents of Atlas that she was in,
Okay.
where they kind of took some more obscure characters and brought them together, and that's really where I know her from. But I think, if I remember correctly, I think the backstory might be that her and Namor are cousins and at one point lovers. But
not weird at all.
Yeah, there's a version of her in the last Black Panther movie too, actually.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this isn't a look I'm familiar with for.
This is my favorite look for it. This is I think this is the Agents of Atlas look, and then she's carried that forward into any other appearances that she's had. But she is. I agree. She seems to be minimally used.
Gotcha. But yeah, one thing I'd like to just shout out is I know last event, John was pretty nervous, the list he got, and it was just, a lot of tough choices and everything, and just seeing how much, that he's improved from then to now. It's so cool to see this figure come together. I can just see the confidence, just definitely growth. He was kicking himself because he forgot to. After he'd shipped a figure, he sent a picture to our swap group and showed the wings for the feet. He totally forgot to put those on. He was like, "How could I forget the wings?"
All the things.
So yeah, I don't know if he ended up mailing them or not. But one thing, obviously, you look at the picture as well that was included.
Yeah,
just a nice little touch, and I love watching all of his reels of all the different fashion designs and everything he does. It was just so cool to see that accompany this figure as well. Just definitely icing on the cake. So Great job.
Yeah, agreed. The standout thing to me on this is the face. I think he did a really, really good job on the face paint and the makeup.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like that original art that he did with it as well. I think that's, again, there's a few people in our group here that kind of always go above and beyond on that kind of stuff. And I think this is the first time he's included artwork with his, I believe, right? But we'll get
From
to
what I know,
yeah, we'll get to another one that did something similar that I really, as always, really liked. But yeah, this turned out great. He did a great job. So
yeah,
good job, Swan Artistry.
Swan
Awesome.
Artistry.
So good. All right, next up.
Okay, so this is, I think we had mentioned this one earlier. I believe it's from a Spider-Man game, if I'm not mistaken, but basically a Venomized version of Doc Ock. As you can see, the alternate head down there as well.
Yeah, I love that alternate head. That's so damn cool.
Yeah, just as you all know, red can be kind of fickle.
Yeah,
and
that red's popping.
It is, and it's just it just shines. The use of the tentacles there. I know I've kind of seen that before. Some people mentioning you can get something like that at Home Depot and stuff, but just the fact that you can see it stands in those, I guarantee you those bend a lot easier than the movie Ock that they just put out. Trying to pose mine at home. It's I'm nervous about bending those things and breaking them because I only bought one, but yeah, it just overall, you can kind of see where the sculpt comes into the tentacles there, and such an awesome transition to actual metal to the plastic there.
Yeah, I agree.
Such a cool figure.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I like the red. I think the red really, really jumps. It looks really good. And like you said, by contrast to those silver tentacles, I think it looks awesome. But the thing I like the most, honestly, is I just love this head. I love it's I don't know. I just think it's so fucking cool. It's so well done, and it's yeah. I don't know the source material, but I love that mid transformation alt head. I think that's very, very cool. So
very nice touch.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one of those figures where I did a double take, because my first thought honestly was Omega Red, because it's the Omega Red buck and it's the red paint. But then at further inspection, I'm like, well, yeah, honestly, there's a lot going on there with getting that paint to match and be uniform all around. And I agree. I think that extra head is really the winner there. That's my favorite part too.
Yeah, so cool.
But it's very clean. Looks very clean.
Yep, it does. I like his shading on the musculature too. You can see it, especially in this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Really stands out. Looks nice.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
Yeah, good job. So Lumpawaru Baka did this. Oh wait, no, sorry. It was made by. Sorry, Space Age stuff made this one. Sorry.
All good. It's hard to keep it straight.
I know it is.
I should know all this stuff too, and it's just like, out of sight, out of mind. And I was keeping such close tabs on. I'm like, wait, who made that?
I'm pretty good when I'm like in it, because when I'm in it, I remember for some reason, especially because I like seeing all these guys get better every year. But yeah, it's hard when I'm not in the loop. So I especially feel out of the loop this year. So, all right, moving on.
I am Mojo Jojo. So my girls have actually recently, just within the year, gotten into Powerpuff Girls. So when I actually saw this list go out, I thought to myself, I'm like, man, I hope they make Mojo Jojo. And totally did. So I'm trying to think out again. So Drew's Customs, yes. Just what he said he was going to make him, I was like, he's like my favorite part of that show, the villain. And this is obviously kind of a unique take on it, kind of more of obviously a legend style, because in the cartoon he's just this tiny little dude like the Powerpuff Girls. But I was just blown away at the overall execution, and the hat's removable, so he has the brain and everything. So if you've never watched the show, you should check out Mojo Jojo.
Did Drew post pictures? Oh, he did.
There we go. There's the brain and the hat and everything. So
that's awesome. That's great.
But yeah, just seeing a unique take
on. Not follow Drew. Oh, I gotta do that. Don't mind me. I'm gonna just. There you go.
There's no judgment here. I had several people that message me, and then I was like, I have these guys message, and I realized it was in my request because I wasn't following it. I'm like, shit, I feel like an ass.
Wow, what a recipe. Holy shit. That's a fucking banger of a recipe right there.
Rax.
Damn, son. That's crazy. Again, you got High Evolutionary. You got, what are these, like Power Rangers legs maybe or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's quite the build.
These look like from Ego from the MCU. And then these look like that Secret Empire Captain America. And that looks like it's like the head looks like it's from either
Secret
like that
Wars cap, I think.
Yeah, Secret Wars cap, yeah. And then that helmet looks like it's either from Whirlwind or from.
No, I think it's like a backwards Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Head.
That's fucking bonkers, dude. Oh, but see, he fully sculpted over everything on the arm, so it didn't really matter what they.
Yeah.
Looked like. That's great.
Smart.
Yeah, very smart. Cool. I'm not familiar with this character at all, but yeah, I'm always intrigued when somebody takes something that is like animated and puts like this like realistic spin on it. I think that's kind of different, kind of cool. So
it totally looks to me like he could be like a villain from a 1960s sci-fi movie. It's just the way it was executed. It just seems like if Powerpuff Girls was a 60s sci-fi movie, this Mojo Jojo would look like. So I would absolutely.
I don't know how far they got with it, but they attempted to do a live action version of that show.
Really?
Recently, yeah. Chloe Bennett was in it she was an Agents
of Shield.
Yeah. And then I don't remember who else. I just really remember her. But but there were like two other people, obviously, because there's three of them. But I don't know if they were trying to show that. I don't know. I didn't watch the show, the cartoon or the show, so I have no idea.
Well, this is really cool. So yeah, awesome. Good job, Drew's Customs. Great work. I love the outside the box thinking on this. It looks really, really good. So, job well done.
All right. So the next two posts are both from one of our new participants, Dr. Destroyo.
Nice.
I didn't know about Rick. He had actually only showed me the next one, which I can't remember the name of the character because I suck at this stuff.
Yeah, we can. Well, let's start with the one you knew, and then we'll go back to Rick.
Okay. So yeah. So basically, I mean, look at this thing is just. I was just blown away, and obviously with a new participant, you're not used to seeing their work, and so when he was kind of showing the process of making this guy, I was just in awe watching the thing come together. And every time there was an update, it just got more and more better. Like look at the yellow on the headpiece and all the accessories and the mask, and I was just absolutely blown away. I've been kind of just chatting with Alex here and there. He's actually a doctor, by the way. It's not just
I saw that. I'm like, what the hell?
But yeah, knowing that like somebody's a doctor, they have time to put this much effort into not only one but two figures. I'm just blown away.
Yeah,
I'm hoping he stays with us for many years.
Look at that too. He gave him a soft goods and a plastic tunic, so that I didn't notice that when I first looked at this. The thing that stood out to me from this is like I remember him making a comment somewhere saying that these beaded bracelets were like a huge pain in the ass, but I'm just like, those beaded bracelets are fucking awesome. Like they're so well done. They like they're one of the things that stand out the most to me on that figure because they're so well done, and they're so like it seems like they're so properly in scale with like that design, and it just I don't know what this is, but I really like it like a lot. It's really, really cool.
I don't know what it is, but I want one.
That's an impressive loadout with that figure too.
Totally. Well, it's not like he skimped on his second figure, which was
That's true.
Yeah. So I was totally disillusioned because let's see, I forgot who received these.
Clarence Customs. He was in my group. I remember when he got it, he fucking like shit.
Gotcha, yeah. And so he revealed this one first.
Yep.
And I'm like,
you were confused?
Myself, like, I don't remember smoking crack, but if I did, I probably liked it. But I was just like, what is going on? And I saw I mentioned something about a second figure, and I'm like, okay, so I didn't even know about this. I hadn't even seen it till it was revealed. So that was awesome for me to get a surprise as well. But I definitely thought I was losing my mind there for a minute. And I saw this reveal, and I was thinking maybe it was from like a previous swap or something. But apparently, this was a secret figure. So, Doctor Destroyer, yeah. But there were definitely some awesome surprises. But I mean, look at all the extra accessories and stuff as well. And once again, taking a cartoon, translating it to a real life figure, it's just awesome. So
yeah, these are great.
After I got over the confusion, I was super stoked.
Yeah, these are awesome. Yeah, Dr. Destroyo. Yeah, it's nice to have some fresh faces here, and especially when they're putting out stuff this good. So this is really nice. They did a great job.
He is signed up for the winter swap as well.
Oh, awesome. Really nice. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Great to hear.
Yeah.
Apparently
very cool.
Needs to be part of the live stream here. Keep getting
what, sorry?
My dog.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually paused my camera to go check on my dog because I thought it was my dog in the other room. And I was like,
whimpering. Yeah. He's been a hot mess since the wife and kiddos have been out for a few days.
Disappeared. Yeah,
that's funny. I gave my dog a chew treat just in case it was her. She's working on that right now. She's
dogs working together. Yeah, but yeah, he's a rescue.
Your dog got my dog a treat.
Erotic. There you go.
It's just dogs helping dogs,
Yeah. What a world.
What a world.
Just staring at me. Can you guys? Stop staring at me, dog.
He's like, maybe if I stare long enough, he'll give me a treat.
Right. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you take this one, Matt.
Man, for anybody who wants to see a grown man have a full nerd orgasm, you should just go and watch my unboxing of this. Because honestly, so when I got the box, I knew who it was because I know me and Will have chatted many times and I know his name. And when I saw his name, I was like, oh my God, fucking yes. Like, this is very exciting. But I was super confused because the box was huge. And I'm like, nothing on my list would warrant a box this big. So like my mind started worrying, like, is there like a dio piece? Because as much as I like love dio pieces, like my shelves just aren't built big enough to like they're too stacked to like really put any cool dio pieces into, right? So usually when I get them, it's bittersweet because it's like I like how they look, but I can't use them really, right? And I put them in my displays. So anyway, so I open this box and there's 2 big wooden boxes, which you can see in the background here. And yeah, these things are fucking like Token's not one to take great pictures of his own work, in my opinion. Like the pictures he posted do no justice to these figures. Like they're flawless. So he did this Astonishing Beast, and then he did Dr. Rayo, I think is how you say her name. Which I don't have a lot of memory of her. I know she was the one who like makes the cure for the mutant gene. But I don't recall there being any serious attachment between her and Beast. But anyways, regardless, like even for just a figure like that doctor, the work that he put into it is amazing. Like the skin tones are really good, the glasses are like perfect. She's got like earrings and all the little, like chemical like little vials and shit. It's so well done. But man, I gotta say that Beast, like the paint job on that Beast it's literally perfect. Like that blue pops like crazy in person. Like it's
when you can see that in a picture, it's good in person.
It's so good, man, honestly. And like everything from like the glossed over eyes to like the glossy mouth on this open mouth version, it's perfect. And like the nails, and again, it's like I always love getting a piece that like is like inspiring, right? And it's like in this case I got like 4 pieces that were like super inspiring. Like they're just, you look at it and it like makes you want to do better work, right? And it's like that's what happened here. So yeah. And then he also did this Albert, which is like a robotic, like a Reaver Wolverine, and LCD, which is like the robotic little girl who like controls Albert. And yeah,
those have been on your list for a while.
Long time. I think Albert has been on my list since I started doing secret swaps, or the first couple of years anyways. Right. So I've always wanted to get a robotic Wolverine. So because I have attachment to the old Toy Biz one from the 5-inch line. But yeah, so this is great, and it's nice because Beast will go in very nicely with my recently customized Kitty Pryde for Astonishing X-Men that I did, and the new Astonishing Wolverine that just came out. So I honestly I don't really know what else to say other than that these are fucking incredible. So Marcus says Elsie, what do you say? Elsie has used some Marvel 3 3/4 parts. That's hella smart. Yeah, I believe the socks and the feet are like, I think he said Black Panther, I think. And then I'm not sure about what the legs were, but the body, like the skirt and the upper body, I think is mostly what's her name? Omega from the Bad Batch. So, and then the packaging is also great. Those boxes are going to be repurposed for something else somewhere down the line. But
this is definitely like one of the most amazing reveals from honestly from any event that we've done.
I agree.
First of all, making more than one figure is always impressive, and to make 4 and to have them all be equally impressive, equally well executed is just amazing.
Yeah, he finished like a week before the deadline too.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, he originally showed me Beast. That's obviously the one he was working on. Then he's like, yeah, and I made the Doctor as well. It's like, oh, that's phenomenal. That's awesome. And he's like, yeah, and I made these too. Have you guys seen the Vince McMahon meme where like he just keeps like that's like totally how I felt.
Yeah.
Like it was like good and then better than like So I was just like between what I saw get made for you, Matt, and for you, Wes, I was like, these guys they're gonna shit themselves.
Eating well.
So yeah, outstanding work, Will.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah, honestly, just superb, and I'm jealous.
Yeah, they're amazing. If anyone wants, like I said, if anyone wants to watch me have a full-on nerdgasm, I did a live unboxing. It's not super long, but man, it's it blew my mind away. And it was just like one after the other, after the other, after the other, and I'm just like, oh my god, man!
Is my whole list in here?
It's like I don't think we've ever seen anyone do 4 figures for a swap. I feel like there was maybe one time that they did 3, but it's usually just doubles.
Yeah,
I only ever remember doubles, but you guys have been doing this a little bit longer than me, so
maybe I'm just misremembering. But
I don't remember 100%. I feel like there was one time that somebody did 3 as well. Doubles we see a little bit more often, but we definitely have never seen somebody do 4 figures.
No, especially of this caliber. It's fucking crazy.
Right.
So Token, you're the best. Thanks, buddy. That was a wonderfully nice surprise, and big shout out to you, Draven, for keeping me in the dark, because that's one of the nice things about doing Summer Swap is I don't have any clue what's coming. I don't have any idea for anything. So, while I do enjoy being in the loop, it is very fun to be surprised. And in this case, I was
especially a surprise like this.
Yeah.
I think it works out well, and I pretty much hands off on Secret Santa, and you guys I'm able to do this for you. So keep it
nice. It's very nice.
Fresh, keep you guessing, So yeah.
Yep.
Very cool. All right. Okay. Speaking of double figures.
Yes. I love this one. I have thoughts on this one, so.
Okay. Well, very good. This will go ahead. Let me just made for Code Red Kid. Okay, so Mike D creates. Gotcha. So I'm trying to remember too if I only remembered seeing one of these until the final picks were revealed, but I have seen several different variations of this type of Spider-Man, with the obviously got the help me out, gentlemen.
This is Superior Spider-Man.
Superior, yes, there we go.
And the blue one is if anyone has not read Superior Spider-Man, essentially Superior Spider-Man is like Doc Ock basically takes over Peter's body and becomes Spider-Man, and then the first 20 issues of the run, he's constantly being annoyed by Peter, haunted. Like an imaginary Peter Parker, in his mind, where he'll see Peter kind of show up like this ghosty blue version of him, and so this blue Peter Parker Spider-Man that comes with it is the imaginary Peter Parker that kind of lives in his mind, and to me, that is a amazing companion piece. Really cool. Honestly, I really like the Superior Spidey, but the thing that stood out to me, because I've seen so many people tackle Superior Spider-Man, I don't think I've ever seen anyone try to tackle imaginary friend Peter, and it's fucking perfect. It's such a smart, and it's a good use of parts. Looks like he used some of the Webman pieces to save himself some of the grief of having to do the line work, and it's just
but the line work was done really, really well.
It does, yeah. It's great, yeah.
I didn't know the story behind it. Now knowing that, it's well, that's even,
so fun. I love it. It's such a smart idea.
That's why I keep you guys around, right? But, but
you should have, Mike. You should have. Mike said, "I don't think I showed the spirit much." Yeah, you should have, man. It's awesome. Superior is great too. I like the little details. I like the details you did on the feed. I like the gauntlets. The Waldos look great too. But man, I love imaginary Peter. I just think it's such a nice touch that is extremely unique to to your version of this character, because I've never seen anyone else do that, and I love it. It's the thing that I love the most. It's so fun.
Yeah, obviously having that knowledge too and understanding, that
I'm a huge Superior Spider-Man fan. Love that book.
Something like that to really, yeah. Well, how cool! See, I learned something. Not being the comic guy, so outstanding work.
It's awesome. Mike says, I love just using this swap to push myself outside my comfort zone. Getting back into 3D modeling for the spider legs was fun. Yeah, that's very awesome, cool. Man. They turned out great. I'm sorry that so they made an official Superior Spider-Man like a week after you revealed this, which is a bummer. But honestly, man, I think yours is unique enough that your recipient is probably going to be pretty happy with what you've presented them. So
the only one in the world.
Yeah, good job. I love this. Honestly, it kind of makes me want to make an imaginary Peter to go with my Superior, because it's fucking such a great idea. Such a good idea.
Love hearing you say imaginary Peter over and over.
It's imaginary Peter. Oh, I didn't know they were doing a Hot Toys. What's up, Ender Shadow? How you doing, man? I didn't know they were doing a Hot Toys Superior Spidey. That's pretty cool. Does he come with the Waldos too? That'd be pretty cool. Okay, this is another one that I love. Draven, I'll let you take the lead here, but yeah, I got thoughts on this one too.
Very cool. So, I had no idea where this came from and everything, and I had to actually look back at the list to see what it was, but I'm absolutely in love with this figure and everything else that went into it. I believe this isn't E.G. Fig's first event, right? Is it like second?
I think this is his first one. I think this is his first one. I think so.
Okay. So
I think you might be.
I've never had him in a swap before, obviously getting to see his work and get this thing come together, but this looks beyond official. And like I said, I know nothing about the character, but I mean, just like, it is so damn cool. And God, I'm blown away by the sculpt, by the paint colors, by all the extra little, accessories and everything that was put with it. I was just in awe. I just sit there looking at it, and obviously he had, the professional pictures and everything taken. Was when he'd done the reveal, he's like, I'm going to have some, official photos and stuff taken. It looked amazing before. Then you look at these pictures here, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
What a freaking cool figure.
Getting the professional pictures done is a really nice touch, because it really showcases how awesome it is. And I love this little coffin case that he printed for him too.
It fits perfectly. And this one didn't show all the little creatures that came with it too.
Oh, that's right. He did the little creatures. He probably has those. Yeah, there might be on another. Oh, where the heck am I? Oh, here I am. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. So see, look at the shine in their eyes, and
there's your work in progress.
Look at that.
So he used like a Fortnite figure, which I thought was pretty cool.
But yeah, just the paint job, the eyes, the red. It's so damn good. Like we said before, I don't know what it is, but I want one.
Yeah, same. I have no idea what this is either. He was in my group, so this guy was in my helper group, and like, I remember when it started moving along, I was like, damn, dude, this is fucking crazy good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's one of those things, too, when somebody puts something unique like that on their list and you see somebody do this good of a job on it, you just can't wait for them to get it. You just can't wait to see their reaction. It's just, it was like, holy crap, I was just blown away. So,
like, even that build, look at that build. He extends the arms, he extends the legs. It's nice.
Which I've done before. It can be very frustrating.
It can be frustrating. It's just nice. It's cool, man. I love the lanky proportions. I honestly, like, this is probably in my top 5 of the figures from this year's event. Probably, I would say. Like, it's really, really good. It was really cool to see it come together too, which was nice.
Yeah. Excellent work.
Yeah. Awesome. Wes, you got anything?
I don't know this character whatsoever, but I know that this looks very professionally done.
Yeah.
I think it. I assume that the base body fits the character really well. It looks like it does. I like the coffin accessory. I think that's smart. I wish I knew the character, so I could give more input. But from what I'm seeing, though, as a figure, it looks really good. Definitely looks like a style.
Yes, super stylized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it though. It works. Job well done, man. Nice work, especially for your first time with us. It's awesome.
Hey, look, another double figure.
Another double figure.
I had to. What I thought was really awesome about this, so the Jester and Screwball, right? We had one of those in Christmas last year too.
We did, and somebody made the duo as well because they go together, right? So,
right. So
I want to say it was Rick. Was it Rick's Action Figure Shop or Chop Shop or maybe I can't remember who it was, but there was definitely a duo of these two last year as well.
Right. But yeah, just going all around. You look at. I've tried painting letters on and stuff before, so knowing that.
Mike did the last round. There you go. It's Mike.
Okay, very good. But yeah, just knowing it too. We actually have a couple of those on this event where you have not used the water slide decals and actually painted on the lettering. That takes some commitment and definitely some cojones to approach. I just thought it was done really well. Look at the teeny tiny little paint cans. I don't know how they pulled that off. I don't know if those were.
Yeah, I think he printed them. I think he either bought prints of them and then used a water slide decal for the labels, I think. So This was made by Clearance Customs, who was also in my helper group.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got to see these come together. I remember when he decided on the Ahsoka pants for Jester or whatever. Jester, yeah. And I remember when he originally said, I was like, oh, I don't know if that's going to work. But then once he kind of showed me what he was trying to achieve, I was like, oh, I think it's probably going to work pretty good. And it did. So I don't know if he has, he probably posted some better pictures too. Let's see if we can find them. He puts out a lot of product. Oh, these are his pictures. There you go. Love it. Cool design on the sleeves.
I like that head choice.
Me too. It's good. And the little Jester's hat is a nicely done too. Nicely executed. Yeah. Very cool. It's funny because after I opened mine, he was like, he's like, I feel like I didn't do enough. I'm like, man, you made 2 figures and like loaded them with accessories. What are you talking about? Like, yours is fucking loaded, man. Yeah, that's great. These turned out awesome. So very, very, very cool.
What's the base body on the
Jester or on
the I can't remember her name.
On Screwball?
Yeah.
So it was mostly made with Astonishing Emma Frost. Originally he had like baggier pants on her. Mm-hmm. He was using Peter B. Parker from Into the Spider-Verse legs, but then he got rid of them because he didn't like, I think it made her legs too long or something like that, or but yeah. But yeah, I like it. And again, it touches on that Superior Spider-Man too, right? Because this is from these looks in particular from Superior run. Cool. So
very cool.
Yeah. And cool. Pickett received these ones, so very cool. Nice. Fucking A. Love it.
Right. The Red X. I've seen this character around a bit before, but I don't know if we've seen it in the swap, but
I think you
guys have much insight on.
I think we've seen it once. I think we have seen it in this.
Me too.
This character in the swap once or twice.
Yeah, gotcha. I think so.
But anywho, I really like how this one came together.
Super clean.
I don't know if they engraved that X into the helmet or not, but I mean, it looks that way. If not, the way it was painted and whatnot. But
Let's see what we got here.
There we go.
Some more shots. Yeah, that's just nice. Looks awesome. Good use of parts.
Yeah.
I like the change up on the feet to do those like Fantastic Four feet. It's a nice touch. Yeah, looks good. The real fabric wraps too. It's nice.
Yeah, you see that texture in there.
Yeah.
The white paint white is so damn hard to do.
Yeah, that mask is clean as fuck too, eh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Real nice. Really, really nice. And those like red eyes peering out from behind it too. Those look really good. Yeah, I don't know what this character is, but a DC character. There you go.
Okay.
So that would make sense why
I feel like it's yeah, I don't know DC, but I think it's like a what is that, the Young Justice?
Oh, okay.
Think,
this is like one of the villains from them, maybe?
I don't know. For some reason I was thinking it was like an alternate identity for somebody. Yeah,
okay.
Marcus E is saying Teen Titans.
Oh, Teen Titans, okay.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking of, but I was saying I don't know what the hell. Young Justice, Teen Titans.
Young Justice? Teen Titans, Young Justice.
Probably a DC story though, right? It's involving the Teen Titans. Like, we're just gonna go with that. I don't know.
It's close. It's close.
I've seen this is plenty of times, but I mean, looking at the figure, it looks exactly like what the character looks like.
Well, job well done, Melted Plastic Customs. He's another one of our newer. He was with us for Secret Santa last year, I think. That was his first time participating, I believe. So, oh, there you go. So you're right. It says 2003 Teen Titans animated series. He was Robin's identity, but someone took up the mantle in a later season.
Yeah, see, I know what I'm talking about.
You know, but you don't know, but you know. Cool. Job well done, man.
That I don't.
I figured he was Batman related somehow.
Yeah. I would have had to guess. I would have said Batman related, but yeah. Oh, okay, this is a fucking cool one.
Absolutely, yeah. So this is a Speed Demon. Is this a version of Ghost Rider, you guys?
This is the Amalgam. If you remember Amalgam from the 90s, it was when DC and Marvel made that like DC versus Marvel comic, and then in the end, it ended with like this like big. It's like where Dark Claw came from.
Okay, I was okay.
Yeah, so this is like a mix of like Ghost Rider and what's that guy's name from DC?
Demon? No. Etrigan, the demon?
Yes, Etrigan or something like that, or whatever his name is. But yeah, so fucking cool. Anything Amalgam, I fucking just love.
Right, yeah, the fact they're willing to do that. Now we have customizers making it. But anyway, this being a little bit backlit in this picture, obviously kind of showing the fire effect and everything, but actual good clear picture of this thing. Like this, the paint job on this thing is absolutely phenomenal. See if there should be a couple more. Okay, yeah. So just look how like solid this thing looks. It just that was one of the first things that stood out to me. Is it just looks complete. You know, there's no loose ends. It's just
those colors
absolutely
popping, eh?
Really well done.
This was done by Custom Famous J. I received a figure from him for a summer swap in maybe last year or the year before. I can't remember. He did like an AOA Mystique for me, and it's awesome. So I always love the work that he puts in. He's done so many cool ones over the years.
Do we know what that upper torso is? Well, that torso in general?
I don't have the slightest idea.
I like the look of it.
There you go. There's his build out.
Oh, okay.
Looks like there's like some. Oh, is it maybe some McFarlane too? Maybe.
The head. The head is.
That head. Yeah.
Is that character?
Or maybe he's using the butterflies from Blue Beetle. Because I see the blue butterflies.
Oh,
yeah.
But that torso does look like actually a G.I. Joe.
Yeah, Bazooka. I wonder if he. Yeah, it looks like he actually used the butterflies.
Yeah.
I was thinking like maybe he just used it as like a to make like the armbands, but it's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell. Looks like
those are just strategically using parts so you don't have to worry about joint rub and they match the color and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I've done that.
Yeah,
it's a smart move. I can prep this thing for 10 hours, or yeah.
It's like It's like a full. I would call that a full Hasbro build with embellishments from McFarlane.
Yep. Hey, it hits all the points we needed to hit for it to be,
right.
a Marvel Legends-esque figure, right?
Yeah.
I just love this. I feel like Famous J is very notorious for just putting together really cool pieces, and I feel like he always has a unique way of building his figures. So
it's cool that he shares too.
Yeah.
Not only verbally, but pictures like, here, this is what how it came together.
Yeah, awesome. I like that too. Anyway, this is another one that really stands out to me. It's another one of my faves from the group this year. Really, really like it. I think he did an awesome job.
Working with that clear fire, I know how that's going right now.
Super relatable for you, right?
Yeah. All right. Excellent. So this was received by Lumpawaru Baka, and this was made by, sorry about that,
yes.
Adon Esparza for Mr. Swan Artistry. So wow. I forgot exactly how the wings attach and everything, but obviously working with winged figures before my Jane Foster Valkyrie.
I'm pretty sure this is just the new Angel body. I'm pretty sure because I had made a comment on his post, and he's like, I actually just used the whole Angel figure, the new one, so I didn't have to worry about attaching the wings. So they're going to be pretty secure.
That's what I would do too.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Yeah, built for the heaviness and everything. But
it was such a strange era for X-Men costumes.
I consider myself very well versed in X-Men, and I can't.
You'll remember this?
I can't put my finger on what this is.
I remember this. This was the era where Juggernaut was on the team, and he was in black and gold.
Oh, okay.
And this is Angel, and I believe Husk had a relationship going on.
Oh, damn.
And the whole team, other than Juggernaut, was dressed in these weird red and
blue and gold.
Yeah, these weird costumes.
Was Rogue on that team too?
I don't think so. I distinctly remember Husk and Angel and Juggernaut, and then this was also the storyline where Juggernaut had a deep friendship with the Sammy character, the kid that looked like a goldfish.
Oh, okay.
And I believe he dies during that storyline. I can't completely recall, but yeah, it's a really weird era. The other thing is they were drawn in almost like an anime style.
Oh, interesting. So super stylized.
It's definitely like if you were like a X-Men fan, it definitely was a period of time where you might have like looked at the comic and you're like, I'm out.
That's fair.
But
there is a stretch of like that happened to me with Grant Morris with the new X-Men. I didn't like the art style on that. So
yeah. Frank Quietly?
Is that who it is?
Is that who did?
That's who did the illustrations for the new X-Men.
I'm pretty sure. But I hear you. They've done some weird stuff over the years. But anyways, this is talking about the custom. I don't whatever about the comics.
Yeah.
This is really well done though.
It's like really well done.
You just don't see people do or want figures from this period of X-Men very often. But this is extremely spot on. I think this is when Angel figured out that he could heal people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he became more like a real angel. Okay, whatever. I stopped talking about the storyline, but anyways, this is really well done, and personally, I would not. If it were me, I would 100% just want to use that angel base body. I'm kind of surprised because I feel like that body hasn't been out for that long.
Yeah.
But
I think this is the first time I saw someone customize that body.
Yeah.
Or maybe X-Men
I bought an extra with the possible intention of doing like, I don't know, like maybe a mimic or something, but
sure.
Yeah, so I'm also like not sure how it is to work with that body. I wonder what the back looks like actually.
Yeah, it's it's literally just a Vulcan body with the butterflies taken out, and then 2 giant peg holes in his back underneath his neck. So he's cool. It's a great figure. Honestly, I love that Angel figure. It's fucking nice. So
Yeah,
that's one thing that's a lot great about these events too, though. You mentioned obviously it's very obscure, and we like what we like. So somebody got what they like because of this event that they're probably never going to make, which is pretty.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see this from Hasbro.
Yeah, I don't either. So
yeah,
these are cool.
Really nice.
Yeah, I like the thing that stands out to me the most on this one is the head. Actually, I quite like the hair that he's got, like especially that one little curl that's kind of going down. But yeah, like I feel like it just the skin tones are very realistic. So I feel like he did a nice job on those as well. So job well done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, made by Lumpaware Rebecca. Good job. All right, next one.
All right.
I like this one too.
We all got to see in the group the pain Mr. Jeff went through on this.
Poor Jeff, man.
It was like every time he got a step forward, he had to take 2 back. But
I felt so bad for him. He's like rushing to get it done, and it's just like every single fucking time he does one thing, it turns out awesome, and then he goes to put it together, and it's like not fitting, and it's not. The pegs are too big, and it's like, oh man, I feel so bad for you.
Yeah, that's obviously from an organizer standpoint, like I get it when things like that happen. It's not a matter of it's a matter of quicksand and not procrastination, and you just get that deadline starts approaching and you start stressing out and everything. But
yep,
we got this beautiful piece ultimately out of the deal, and he really honestly wasn't even hardly wasn't that late as far as getting it out goes. But just excellent execution on the figure, but having the stand to go with it with the Phoenix and the fire, it's just
I like that he lit it up too. I like that he put the lights in it too to light it up. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit him up about that when I finally finish this Charger one of these days. Lighting up the fire.
Yeah, I felt bad. Jeff was in so this was made by Metal Luna. He unfortunately messaged me earlier today to tell me he wasn't going to be participating in Secret Santa just because he is worried about being late again, and he's got his new gig at work is keeping him really busy, and he's like I just can't. I don't want to overcommit. So he was stressing out pretty big time at the end there, especially when he was like a week behind, and yeah, I remember him kind of freaking out a little bit about it. So definitely understand, but yeah, sucks to see him go. But maybe he'll jump back in for Summer Swap next year, or maybe his circumstance will change next year.
Yeah, kind of know what life looks like with a new promotion,
Yeah. Good on him for not wanting to overcommit and keep anyone waiting. Mm-hmm. So. But yeah, I really like this. I like how it turned out, and definitely appreciate the work that went into it. Like the hot glue, I think his yellows are all nice and bright and crispy, which I think is a tricky thing to get sometimes, but I think he did a good job with it. So
yeah, that's really well executed. That's a major upgrade from the guy many years ago.
Man, and it was funny because in our helper group, we were trying to help him find reference material, like reference images. Man, it is impossible to find reference images of her in the comics in this costume. We found the toy, so we kept sending in pictures of the toy, but we were trying to find pictures of her in this costume in comic panels, and we could not find
I feel like she was in it for a while.
Yeah, we couldn't find anything. And maybe just because we didn't know exactly what era it was to search by that era, but we looked. Yeah. Our whole group was looking. Our whole helper group tried to help him find pictures because he was trying to decide ahead, and he's like, "All I have as reference, a good reference image, is the toy, the old toy, and that's it."
Yeah, which they modeled that toy after. I don't know if Chris Bacalo designed this costume or not, but that the head on that toy was definitely his art.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys know Chris Bacalo. He did the original Generation X designs.
Okay.
Generation X. He drew Death from the Vertigo comics, Sandman. But anyways, he has a very stylized very stylized art style. So I don't know where I was going with that, but basically I just I am familiar with this. I feel like it was in the comics for a while. I can remember when a different artist took over and it sucked. But that's surprising. It must have been popular enough. I mean, they made a toy of it. And
Uncanny X-Men: The New Age is what M. Gant said. What's up, man? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Anyways, great job, Metal Luna. Sorry to see you go, but hopefully you'll be back to us sometime next year. It would be awesome to have you join us again. So, but
yeah,
that's another good one. So at least you are going out with a bang here, which is nice.
All right, The Mask. So this was, I believe this was received by Evan.
Yeah.
And I only know of The Mask from the movie, but I was actually looking at the reference photo for this guy, and it's just sweet. I just absolutely love the way this was pulled off. You look at the paint on the pants, it has a comic sketch style to it. It just really, it does complete justice to the reference photos I saw for this guy. I love the jacket. I just love the overall execution. He looks so freaking cool.
Yeah, he looks great. I love the use of the jacket and the arms from Chamber. That's smart use of those parts. And when I originally saw this, because I saw the plaid, I immediately thought of Tin Rocket. I thought it was Tin Rockets at first, because I was like, he's a sucker for punishment, man. That guy just loves to make plaid. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? It sounds like the worst way to spend a Saturday night. He just loves it.
Yeah. But no, absolutely, just so cool.
But yeah, Code Red Kid did a great job on this. I am the same. Like I knew the mask came from a comic, but all of my like mental images of the mask are Jim Carrey from the movie. So, that's where it all lives with me. But yeah, this does look great. I really like that. I know I've seen that head sculpt somewhere else before, I believe. But I really like the life he gave those eyes, especially that big giant pupil. I think he did a really nice job on bringing that to life. And yeah, I think this just looks really, really good. Painting plaid around joints, the horror. Yeah, sounds horrible to me too. So
I'm just gonna glue these in place there, so I don't have to.
Oh, sorry, the legs don't move. Nice. All right, good job, man. This is great. This is awesome. Really like it.
All right, the Swordsman.
This is a cool one.
Check on this was. So this is the one that Jeff received.
Yep.
And was made by Greenskin Customs. So it looks to me like we might have another soft good lower part of the
tunic.
Yeah. Tunic. I know nothing about the figure like most of these, but I just look at this guy and just looks awesome. I'm like looking at the blues and the reds and just a really solid paint job. Looks like the mustache was possibly painted on by hand.
Yep.
Just kind of really gives it that old school feel. I have just like my instant thought is like, Three Musketeers, Count of Monte Cristo. Kind of feel that this figure has, and it's just what an awesome gift.
Yeah, very vintage feeling.
I think that's the feel they were going for with the character too. I keep hoping they'll eventually make him, actually.
I'm surprised that they didn't, especially because he was in Hawkeye, the Hawkeye series. I kind of figured
and
they would make him.
Well, it was a weird version of him in the Hawkeye
series. But usually that's what happens, and they show up, and then it's like, oh, here's a Marvel Legend.
He's like, if I remember correctly, I think his ghost is married to Mantis. I think his ghost
really
Mantis. Yes. I'm pretty
sure. I feel like that's why
the
Jeff said
Swordsman.
That's why
made flesh somehow, and he's married to Mantis, and they left the Avengers to be married together.
That's so weird.
His ghost and her.
I'm pretty sure that's why Jeff said, I need to make a Mantis. I feel like
that would make sense. The classic Mantis. In her like yellow and green costume.
Yeah, that's a crazy costume.
But
I
yeah,
believe is on his list as well.
This is a character I personally have wanted to make for years, but the tunic was the thing that I was always like, I don't feel like having to figure that out. Doing soft goods, especially now that Hawkeye has a cloth tunic, I feel like was smart. That was a smart way to approach it. Because then the figure can still move,
Yep.
Blends
I think you did a good job at matching those colors too. Sometimes it's really difficult to get a nice match on fabric. So
I learned that with that swarm custom I made for you. Of like, actually,
custom is awesome too, though. Man.
I ended up just airbrushing the fabric.
Nice! I did that with my Jubilee coat when I made my Gen X Jubilee.
Yeah, it works pretty well actually.
Yeah, it does. As long as you're not coating it on there real thick, it's pretty okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nice. Well, good job from Greenskin Customs, because this looks wicked, man. Great job. Instantly recognizable, which is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Flag Smasher. So I don't know nothing about Flag Smasher, though the name just made me giggle. My apologies.
That's a DC character, isn't it? Because he's like, doesn't he go along with?
No, that's a Marvel character. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But just looking at, I've tried doing wired capes before and failed miserably. It looks like this one was pulled off really, really nicely.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the nice little stitching in there and everything. Looks like probably used a sewing machine, but cap villain. Mark says, okay. Well, that makes sense now.
Yeah, they did a version. They did a version of him in the Captain America, or was it Winter Soldier?
Oh, that's right, Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's right.
Falcon
That's
Winter
right.
Soldier series. Yeah.
Interesting. I've watched that and I totally forgot. Didn't even realize. But
it was a girl, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like the villains throughout that series. Well, it's also a very forgettable series, for being honest.
Yeah. Fair.
I know everyone's going nuts over Red Hulk being in the trailer for the new one, but anyways, it's being familiar with the character. It's really well executed representation, and I agree that white looks nice. And that looks like a wired cape? That's a wired cape, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, wired cape. Yeah.
Is the logo on the belt buckle there? Is that supposed to be? Am I seeing? Is that supposed to look like a world or something? Or
yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
I think so.
It's like okay, that's
really
cool.
I mean, that's what it looks like to me.
Okay, gotcha.
If it isn't, then that's a great coincidence.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I don't know the character, but I think this looks really good. So that head the Bucky winner, the U.S. agent one, or is that what is that? What's that from?
I think it's that. It's a red and white figure. That's all I got for you guys.
The Guardian.
The Guardian.
Yeah,
it's the globe. He says.
I don't know if that's Red Guardian.
Oh, yeah. Mark says he thinks it might be Guardian.
Maybe Guardian from
because Mark he's the one who received this.
Alpha Flight Guardian, maybe. I think it's.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on,
that
Mr. Canada.
Right. That was oh fuck.
Are you a huge Alpha Flight fan, by the way?
Oh man, I got a shirt that has Alpha Flight on it. It says "Not my X-Men," and there's like this running joke from a live stream I did with Between Two Sentinels and Cheney from the Toy Migos and Posable Productions, and they all started shitting on me because they're like, "Oh, well, you like Alpha Flight because you're Canadian." I'm like, I fucking hate Alpha Flight so much. Oh my god, I hate
Alpha Flight.
I hate him. It's so stereotypical, man. All they need is like Mr. Tim Hortons, and it'd be fucking like Mr. Apology and like just like shit like that. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Don't give me an X-Men team and call it like the Canadian X-Men team. It's like, man, that's like the fucking D-list X-Men. Like, not interested. Like, not interested at all. So this was done by Last Custom on the left. So kudos, man. Good job. I think I saw he signed up for Secret Santa as well, right?
Yep.
Nice to keep seeing these people coming back. Like to see it. Okay.
One of these I can actually speak to. I first of all, I think this is the best figure Marley's made.
Yeah, it's really good.
Just leaps and bounds. Like, just look at obviously the lettering on the chest is just spot on.
Crazy.
It just looks amazing. So, Lollipop Chainsaw is one of my favorite games of all the time. It's super over the top. And when Marley said that he was going to make her, I was just instantly on board and stoked. I actually I printed the head and the chainsaw and Nick, which is the boyfriend, the head.
The head, yeah.
The talking head, that's all that's left of her boyfriend. I printed those out for him, but just, watching this come together, and I know that Marley put a lot of love into it, not that he doesn't, but it took him a good chunk of the time, which we usually see him bust out some high quality work pretty quickly, but definitely this one I think challenged him because it took a little bit longer, but yeah, I was so jealous. I told him I was gonna accidentally give him my shipping address instead of his recipients, but I believe this was Famous J. Yeah, Famous J got that. Yep. We even had a conversation about this because he and I have a lot of the same characters on our wish lists, and he was actually the first one to get a Juliet. So if anybody gets me in the future, they see a Juliet, it's probably my list.
Well, that's funny enough. That's where I know this character from because I don't actually know the game, but
gotcha.
I almost picked this. So I remember when me and you did our swap, you had her on your list.
Okay.
And and I remember saying that she was a close second. The only reason she didn't get made was because the South Park boys were on.
No, it was just so good.
Felt compelled to do that because I had attachment to it. But yeah, I looked at this one and I was like, oh, cool. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, I know what this is. Yeah. And then when I realized that Marley made it, I was like, oh shit, good job, man. Yeah.
There's a level in the game where you get locked in the gymnasium and you have to lop off enough heads of the zombies and actually get them into the basketball hoop, and you have to score 100 points before the time runs out. This game is just it's so over the top. There's just a bunch of crazy shit like that. But that was one of my highlights is playing basketball with these zombie heads.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
that's
her
awesome.
boyfriend's Nick's a smart ass. He's kind of the comic relief of the story. But yeah, it's just absolute 100% execution on this. So
Marley said letters had to be done over 12 sessions. That doesn't surprise
That's
me.
what took you so long, wasn't it? It wasn't plaid. It was lettering.
Yeah. Good job, man. This is awesome. I agree with Draven. I think this is probably one of your best pieces that you've done. It's really, really well done. You did a really good job.
And that was one I was actually in the process of making one of these, and I didn't know how the hell I was going to do the little I don't know what the hell you call them around her sneakers, but it looks like you figured it out. Because that was the one thing that was holding me up. How the hell am I going to get those feet to move with her little, cuffs over her shoes? Very
work out like Jane Fonda socks or something.
You're right. You want to know one thing that's shitty about the game is every time you pull her special abilities, they play that "Hey Mickey" song, from the 80s. The Tony Basil, where she's in the cheerleader costume. So every time you initiate her special ability, they play that song in the game.
Hey,
right. Exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic.
What's that, sorry?
The hair. I think the hair looks pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it looks great.
I mean, you already mentioned the lettering on the chest. I just, which I can't imagine doing myself.
No, me neither.
But the hair, just to add to the conversation, the hair looks really nice.
It's a good idea.
A good sculpt.
Oh, spinner.
Well, that's smart. That's so smart.
Yep.
I mean, she didn't exist when I was trying to make my figure, which is still in a drawer somewhere. So I might actually have to look into that. So, yeah.
Awesome work, man. Nicely done.
All right. So I had to take this, as I don't think John gave us any photos of his, so I took this from the reel. I screenshot it, so it might be a little bit blurry. But this was made for X-Men Legends over in the UK. So this is a version of Jean Grey. It's kind of hard to tell in this, but actually the gold that was painted on this is actually, it looks a lot more gold. Like I said, this was kind of a quick little screenshot that I had taken from the video. But can you guys kind of speak to this version of Jean Grey?
Is it X-Men Evolution Jean Grey? I'm not familiar with this look either. So
I don't think so. I think it's one of the newer. I'm going to say in the last 10 years, but
Okay.
I'm not super familiar with it either. But I think it is a newer costume from the last maybe 10 years or so. I think.
Okay.
I'm having a hard time thinking of what else. It's definitely from a period where I wasn't reading X-Men.
Fair.
But I'm pretty sure that it is from the comic.
Mark says Revolution. He thinks Joe Mad era. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. So.
And where I cropped it, it just says Evolution.
That's probably why I thought Evolution. So.
That's nice having people chime in and help us out because, yeah, if it's comics, you know me, I'm more confused than a cow on AstroTurf.
Well, I'm like Wes. There's a big gap where I got nothing. So, yeah. More modern stuff I don't know as much, but yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like the gold on this. I like the straps, how they go over the shoulders. I think that's a nice touch as well. Curious if those are like static or if they... I mean, I assume they've got to be somewhat static because how would you make that bendable? But
it's interesting execution on that. I would never try that figure.
Me neither. For that reason, those shoulders would have been all it needed for me to be like, yeah, I'm good. What else we got on?
All I can think of is if I were to make that, those would have broken off. I could do anything.
Pre-shipping.
Right when you're going to take your final pick, snap. I would just like to point out that my gift to Robert is photobombing in the background there. So, revenge.
Oh yeah, great.
There's an O right over her face.
Looks like he's got a few of his previous year's swap figures back there.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice. Awesome. All right, moving on. Oh, I like this one too.
Yes. All right. So Adam Strange. This was received by Mr. Ricardo, made by Alexander Customs. Alexander Herrera, I think that's what the AH stands for.
Yes. He had to add the because he got locked out of his first account, remember? I don't know if you remember, but that was last year for Secret Santa. He messaged us like right when we got started, and he's like, "Oh, can you change my thing?" As I got locked out. Oh shit!
I instantly go to Monty Python with that. The castle. But yeah, this one actually, when Alex had taken some pictures, they were a little bit backlit, so I didn't get to kind of see a good final view of this guy till he was revealed. But just so damn cool. The alternate heads, you got the two different expressions, then obviously looks like he's the one a little bit beat up. Yeah, he's got the bandages.
I love that beat up face.
And just once again, I'm not too familiar with his character at all, but like looking at all the accessories and everything, just seems like it did total justice to it. So definitely great job. Yeah,
I agree. I don't know the character either, but this guy was in my group, and I got to see it all come together. And again, I thought he did a really good job. But again, loaded it with accessories, lots of hands, lots of heads, lots of weapons. Pretty sure that shield, that blue disc goes on his gauntlet, I'm pretty sure, too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a DC guy. But,
me neither.
But there was a period of time when I was younger, I used to just read all of the different handbooks that both Marvel and DC put out. And I believe I had trading cards for DC. So I actually do know who a lot of these 80s era characters are, but it doesn't mean that I didn't read the comic. I never read the comics, but I am familiar with what this guy looks like, and it's really good, accurate representation.
He looks like he should be fighting the Mojo Jojo. That kind of era, that costume.
Yeah, I think he, I don't know, flies through space or something.
Yeah, I don't know the character, but I do really like it. I think he did a good job on it. So, good job, Alexander Customs, and I believe he also is coming back for Secret Santa. So that's pretty fun. Nice to have him back. So he's the guy he was one of the newbies last year for Secret Santa that stood out to me because he put together that really cool fuck, what was his name? It was like a Wild Wild West character. It's not Zorro. I can't remember who it was, but anyways, he did a character, and I just thought the build that he put on it was really cool. So I was like, oh, this is nice. So it was cool to be in his group this year and see this come together. I liked it. All right.
Okay. Morgan Le Fay. Is this another DC or is she Marvel?
She's Marvel. Okay.
So this one was made by Mr. Chandler Pickett C2. My favorite part for this was the accessories, not to take away from the figure and everything, but just the cauldron and the goblet and
cauldron's very cool.
Yeah, just adding those extra little touches, just really, really kind of brings this to life and just gives it such a great display quality. The necklace, the skull belt, just overall use of everything that he used on this, and the accessories just really make her pop. I was absolutely in love with this figure.
Yeah, I like the accessories a lot as well. I think the figure looks great, but the accessories are, a nice added touch, right? So the cauldron's really, really cool. It's funny actually looking at this. I obviously looked at it enough that I gave it a like when I was scrolling through, but I don't even think I actually realized that was a cauldron in front of her. So it's pretty dope. I like it. Also like the belt and the necklace. It's a nice touch. And the crow on top of the skull is also a nice touch. Yeah, as Star Marvel says, those bubbles are cool. Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
I think the cauldron was 3D printed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it looks like it. You can
might be like an FDM printer. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you can see some lines in there, but yeah, it's awesome.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's solid. I think the accessories. I agree. I think the accessories really take it over, like send it over the edge.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's a.
Who is this, Wes? Who is this character? Because I don't know this character.
She is a witchy woman.
Doctor Strange or villain or something, or character, or hero, or
she's a villain, and I think I want to say. I feel like Bendis, Brian Michael Bendis, liked to take characters that weren't that popular and bring them
make them popular.
And yeah, I feel like I remember her from one of those storylines.
Okay.
But I can't remember if it was Avengers or Thunderbolts. But yeah, she's been, if I remember correctly, I think she's been around for a long time. I know Marcus is saying she's a Runaways villain.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty sure she's been around for probably since at least the 70s or 80s.
King Arthur's sister, Morley says.
Oh yeah, I think that's right, actually. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Anyways, good job, Chandler. Nice work, buddy. And this went to Neil, to Quilombo. That fucker. Just kidding. I like to fuck with Neil. Awesome. Okay, moving on. This is a cool one too.
All right. So, if anybody couldn't guess, this was made by Robert, X-Men Legends.
What gave it away?
Couldn't be that amazing custom packaging and those awesome figures.
Oh my god, dude. Fucking nuts.
Yeah. I don't even begin to know how he goes about making the packaging, but obviously looking at the figures, like two custom packages. If you look at a little, just the little, the little details are what I love. You look at there's a price tag on Zelda. Yeah. It says X-Men Legends, and it's got a price on it and everything. Like the amount of work just that he puts into this in such a short time, it's just like no way.
I agree.
And I didn't even I obviously I got to see the figures and I assumed they would be in packages, but it's just one of those things that if I got those, I would want to take the figure out and look at it, and touch it. But I was like, at the same time too, I don't want to ruin this beautiful packaging that he put so much time into.
If those came to my mailbox, I would have a very difficult time cracking those open because they look flawless. Like they look flawless.
Yeah. It's just absolutely just gorgeous figures. don't know what else to say. Just outstanding work.
One of the things I really liked that he did was he got an artist to draw. So that Danny Moonstar is like a design of his own, I believe. Like so this went to Grin Man, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think
because I remember I did for him. He gave the option of a Hawkeye, like a whatever kind of like, I think he said your choice or whatever, and I did like a medieval Hawkeye or something like that.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about this is not only did he make 2 awesome customs, 2 sets of awesome packaging, but he also commissioned an artist to draw Danny Moonstar in this costume for the package, which I'm like, good fucking grief, man. That is just like, talk about going above and beyond. Like, it's just it's crazy, man. It's so crazy. Like, everything just looks so crisp and perfect, and yeah. And I also like that he stepped outside of his normal, like with the Ocarina of Time. I'm assuming that's Link, right? Is that Link?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just really fucking impressive. Like, there's the original art that he got done. It's very, very cool. Yeah, really, really, really cool. Look at how, and again, look at the weathering on the figure. It just looks really good.
I like those. I like the
braids.
Long ass braids.
Me too. They look like they're bendy too, which is probably even cooler.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, these are amazing, man. He did such a great job. Such a great job. Fucking A. Yeah, amazing work, man. It's unfortunate to see him go. I think he was planning on stepping away for a bit, so sucks for us. But yeah, hopefully he'll jump back and join us somewhere down the road. And if not, at least we'll get to still keep watching him do all of these crazy packaging and awesome customs, because I can't imagine he would stop doing all that stuff. He seems to be really into it. And not to stray away too much here, but he also runs an account called Cerebro Files, and it's like basically,
I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah. So he basically posts a lot, but like, it's really cool because even as someone like me who has been into X-Men for so long, there are lots of gaps where like I don't recognize certain looks or certain stories, and he posts like a picture of the character on just kind of like a plain white background with like some,
I love that.
Yeah, me too. It's sick. Like, learn so much.
Like, it's exactly like what I used to. I already mentioned this, but I used to love the handbooks as a kid. I have all the Marvel ones pretty much now still. I've purchased them, repurchased versions of them over the years. But yeah, that account, I didn't realize it was him. It makes sense because he's done polls on his customizing page using images from the other account. I just never put 2 and 2 together. I constantly am saving images from that account so that when for
custom ideas.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to remember to make that character. So that's great.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, these are dope.
M. Gant Diddy is saying something about Vector Vengers. That was a great account too. I don't know if that one's still going on. I feel like he was. I thought I heard that one was quitting because I think people were stealing his art.
Oh, that's a shame.
But yeah, that's another great account for custom ideas too.
Nice. I have to look that one up. I don't recall. I don't think I've seen that one. So, he said he thinks he decided to keep going. Nice.
I hope so. I like that account.
I will check that out because I don't know about that one. So, anyways, amazing work on this X-Men Legends. You once again have gone above and beyond. This is just really great. So nice work.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
For Wes.
Yeah.
Another goodie.
Let's speak to this one.
Yeah, so this was a really strange ask for this character, Headsman. Anyways, so the reason that I wanted him is because I have an affinity for Thunderbolts post normal Thunderbolts. I never cared about Thunderbolts when it was led by Zemo. But
you like all the weird shit. You like all the weird, like that weird radioactive man where he wears that big yellow suit and
I like when Norman Osborn steps in and Luke Cage steps in and so I like that era. And so this is from the period of time where they had these really interesting painted covers and Penance as Speedball as Penance was on the team.
That's right.
And the O'Grady Ant-Man was on the team, and Yelena Belova, Black Widow, was on the team. And so anyway, so this is on my list basically because I know that Hasbro's never going to make this figure. I was really pleasantly surprised that this was made. But then on top of that, just the amount of stuff that he came with. And the execution and the detail. First of all, this figure is as durable can be. I was like amazed at the fact that it is just like I bet if I tried to pour water on it, it would just bead right off. It is very very durable. I can't imagine it having any kind of paint rub ever. But then the light up effects.
Yeah, the light up effects really, really are awesome. They're
and a favorite of yours and mine, Matt, magnets.
Love me some magnets.
Some strong magnets in that air skiff, that hoverboard thingy that he has, to attach him to that, and then also for the backpack. And there's a little switch on the backpack, and and then he's got all these stickers that he included. The purple swanky material that he was wrapped
in. Box. Yeah, that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, and I actually received this like right before I had to leave on a little 4-day trip. But I just couldn't. I was just like, well, I'm just gonna snap pictures. I just gotta snap some pictures of it as I got it out of the box, because I just did not want this to not get noticed or be shared right away. So perfectly executed, really well done, he just did an amazing, truthfully phenomenal job on this.
Yeah, these are amazing.
He's got a really good stand that he comes with because it's heavy. It's heavy. That figure's heavy.
Looks heavy.
This is one of those things where I just kept like looking over all of it, trying to, especially the accessories. The accessories, I just kept staring at them because I'm, trying to kind of decipher like where some of these things might have came from.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that bottom of that base, there's some gears.
Yeah.
It's just a really, honestly beautiful, very beautiful figure.
This looks.
And there's a toggle switch on that backpack too, which I just think is super cool.
That is awesome. So turn the lights on and off. You mean?
Yeah, there's like a metal switch, like an experiment, like it's.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's very it's
like steampunky,
like almost like scientific looking. And then the alternate head to give him the more classic look was cool. He says he made the skiff from scratch.
That's crazy, man. What the fuck?
Yeah,
this is bonkers. I mean, honestly, Troop never disappoints. Star Marvel is always his stuff. I always look forward to seeing what he gets up to, because like he always goes fucking 150. Like he's amazing, man.
Dude, the LEDs. I mean, you're seeing them all there. Like it'd be easy to look at this picture and be like, oh yeah, this is all Photoshop, but all of that is LEDs. And I don't fuck with the wiring Like I don't do all that stuff. There's the magnetic LEDs that I found on eBay that I like.
Yeah, I like those.
So to see these actually like wired through is crazy. Oh, yours are from the Hobby Lobby jewelry section. Truthfully, you wouldn't know that they're even a separate piece. Like I thought for sure that base was
something else.
Yeah, I thought it was like repurposed somehow, just in a really smart way. I would not have realized that was like 100% scratch build. Yeah, that's. But yeah, it's a beautiful custom, and it now gives me reason to want to build that Thunderbolts team.
That's hard because those designs are not user friendly, customizing wise. Like none of them are really like.
No, yeah, you're right. No, I mean we do technically. We got the Black Widow that we got, the Yelena.
Yeah,
is actually that costume. So it is interesting because we did get that one, but the other people that were on the team at that time, it just is like it's a really weird team.
Yeah,
Ghost was the only constant, and everybody else was weird. So yeah, it's I'm always back and forth on whether or not to do a penance on my own, but this definitely makes me want to get a penance out.
That's a hard one too, man. That penance costume is not
those
one.
Spikes are always, I think, a little bit of a challenge. Yeah,
for sure.
I actually started doing a Rachel Summers Phoenix at one point, but kind of abandoned it. But I made the spikes out of I actually made the spikes out of nails. Like I took the ends of nails and cut them.
Damn.
And that was sort of like a dry run for what I would do if I did a penance. But then I'm just like, I don't really want to do it because you actually do, you prick yourself.
Yeah, for sure. That would be tricky.
And
anytime I do spikes, I do green stuff, and I make the spikes by green stuff. I just make a shit ton of them and then glue them in place. So.
That might be what I'll do in the future. I just started using green stuff really more lately. But backpack is made from a diabetes Lancet bottle. Okay, I can see that. The base from styrene, that also makes sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was wondering, is if once he said it was from scratch, I was thinking styrene had to have been involved there.
I want to call this out too. Star Marvel does a really good job at documenting the whole process. So he's been slowly putting out one episode a week for the last few weeks. So yeah, go check out his YouTube channel. It's on his Instagram if you're not sure how to find it. But he basically does he records the whole process, not just like making the custom, but like the list that he gets and all that stuff. So definitely go show him some love. Check out his videos. They're very well done. And yeah, it's a kind of cool way, especially if you are looking from the outside in and you aren't participating. It'll really give you a cool roundabout idea of like what really goes into these events from a creative perspective. So
yeah.
And two, I'd just like to also give Troop a shout out. Obviously, phenomenal work. I was so excited to just get to see this whole thing come together, and now we have the videos. But I don't think Troop's missed a single share of anybody in the entire event. That's shared every single.
Yeah, he's a constant pusher for the event too. So thank you.
Definitely appreciated just the effort that goes into all your work, and obviously all the camaraderie and the encouragement of your peers and the peer group and everything. Just definitely much appreciated, man. Great to have you here.
Yeah, agreed. It's definitely nice to have you on board with us. So thanks for all your hard work, and once again, you have delivered an awesome figure. This is amazing.
Absolutely.
There's that purple that I love too. Love that purple.
Yeah.
Fuck. What do we do? Let's do this. Go back to our page. We're getting close to the end here.
All right. So this, I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys know this was made by, I believe, Nexiate Figures. He's our guy to service that have a little trouble getting hold of. But this was made for Mr. Dr. Destroy Yo.
Our resident doc.
Yes, we've got a doctor. The only thing I don't like about this figure is that, he didn't buy my my Dark Claw heads. I gotta tease a little bit, but yeah, I got to see about the halfway point. I didn't realize because obviously the soft good body, but I believe this is on a Mezco figure.
Oh, damn!
So I wasn't aware of that until Alex actually got the figure and kind of let me know. But yeah, at the halfway point, I just assumed it was the soft goods over a Legends figure. But yeah, definitely cool. It's our second amalgam. Is that how you pronounce that?
It's what, sorry? Oh, amalgam. Yeah, second amalgam.
Amalgam. Wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Yeah. But of the events, always love seeing some Dark Claws. I think we've had one or two before in the events as well, and this looks like it's kind of
seem to be a favorite in the event.
Yes, totally, totally
unique take on it. So
yeah, I like that belt a lot. I think Dave said it here, but yeah, I don't know who made that belt, if he made it himself or if he got it from something, but I really like it.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Fucking A.
Yeah,
cool. Well, good job, well done. Yeah, this is great. I love me some amalgam figures all day long.
Oh. Hey, who made that?
It's a good one. I don't know. All right.
I guess I'll start by saying that I absolutely love this, and I've mentioned it to Wes a million times, but the leaves, it's usually the back of the figure is not nearly as interesting as the front, right? Because everything going on in the front, but not to take away, but the way you did the leaves on this guy, I
love them.
Those are done in green stuff. I absolutely love them. I love everything about this figure. That green is it'd be greening, man. It'd be greening.
Yep, it'd be popping. Yeah, that's
look at those. Look at those things.
The leaves are so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, these are crazy.
Yeah, the leaves were green stuff, rolled flat. I know, Matt, you had offered to let me use your stamp that you had, but I wanted to give it a go to see how it would work, and it worked out.
I think it looks great.
It was really like rolled flat and then carved, so kind of like a
because you carved it after it cured, didn't you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so just flat green stuff that I just cut away at it. And I think I used a sculpting tool to do the cuts to make it look like a leaf. But the shape prior to that I cut out with an X-Acto. And then this ended up being like this is like it's like a figure that I was like, yeah, I want to make this because it's right up my alley. It's fucking weird. It is like just a weird character that's going to have some organic sculpt on it. And then once I actually really started getting into it, I was like, man, this is a lot. It's a lot more sculpting than I anticipated it to be. And also trying to get clearance to fit those furry shoulders in there, trying to eliminate paint rub. So anyways, it was a labor of love. I had really had a love-hate relationship with it, if I'm being honest. So the leaves around the
boots?
calves, those are sculpted. That little fur leaf, I don't know, whatever, moss, whatever the hell we're calling it. But yeah, there's a lot of sculpting here. The little individual leaves I can't take credit for on the tentacles. Those were from a Treebeard figure.
Nice.
And so I just kind of drilled into the Agent Venom tentacles after I shaved those down and resculpted those. Honestly, probably my favorite discovery making this was the
green stuff wears,
the tentacle accessories, like the web. I don't know what we're calling these, the flippies.
Yeah, I love those. I think those are probably my favorite piece too. I love that.
Yeah, I don't know, this was a lot of experimentation. and figuring out a way to attach those so that the figure could have them. Because I mean, really, that one page of art is the only reference for this character that exists. And I just was like, well, I want to do it all. So I did all the elements. I did what I wanted to do, and now I don't ever have to think about it again. So
yeah, I like that you included that because so it's like a Man-Thing Spider-Man, right?
It's like, yeah, so apparently it's a Spider-Verse type of situation. It is Man-Thing. So actually it's not, it's Man-Thing, Doc Ock.
Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense.
It's Man-Thing, Doc Ock, Spider-Man. It's like all three. So it's technically a Man-Ock. I don't remember what I said. Man-Ock thing.
Man-Thing
Spider.
Because I actually, like, after I made it, I went back and tried to figure out what the hell the story was actually about, and I think it's like a clone body with Doc Ock's mind, but Man-Thing thinks that it's Doc Ock or something. I don't know. Whatever. It happened. I made it, and there we go.
I love it. I like all of your green stuff sculpt. I love the leaves. I love the leaf stuff, like the grass around the boots and the gloves and the shoulders. I love the Man-Thing design on the chest. I fucking love that bright green, and it just pops so well with the darker green and the browns. And yeah, man, it looks really good.
It both does and doesn't make me want to make a Fitzroy.
Fair. Especially like bright neon greens and yellows and stuff, man. Those are not easy colors to work with.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't always prime my figure completely. There's some people have the opinion that you're adding just another layer of paint to get in the way. But I did prime this guy completely, trying my best to make sure that the colors would be uniform. And even though it's on a multiple man base and you would think that those darker greens are just the base body, they're not. I painted those two just to be as detailed as possible and just as safe as possible. So I don't know. The multiple is one of those situations where, like, the multiple man body, I thought I was being real smart by using that body. Like, I'm going to save myself on all this paint rub, but it's hardly any paint rub that it saved me on. It's really just on the feet.
Yeah, sure. Feet and wrists probably, right?
Much. Yeah, the wrists, but those hands aren't even, I mean, those aren't multiple man hands. So
Right. Yeah, the thwip hands aren't.
Yeah. I actually really like the weird multiple man hands, the ones that are kind of like open.
I love those hands too. I wish we got more just neutral,
like just relaxed.
First slide. There you go. Has like relaxed hands. Yeah. I like those a lot. Well, man, this turned out great.
Thank you.
Awesome. You did a great job. So, fucking A. I love weird shit like this.
Thank you guys in the chat for your love for the custom. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Go show Ethan some love. Go show he only posts at Secret Santa time. That's it. So and Summer Swap. So
I'm trying to get better at it. I'm like making reels.
Hey, you made a bunch of stuff for Swarm. I thought that was pretty good. You did 3 or 4 posts for Swarm.
I did. I'm trying to like slow it down a little bit. I kind of want to get a new photo booth though, because my pictures are not really coming out as good as I'd like them to. So
I get it. A good photo booth goes a long way. It's nice.
Yeah.
All right, Draven, back over to you.
All right, so we have Hala the Accuser. I'm guessing she's part of Ronan's crew.
I would assume. I don't know her.
I got a little bit of knowledge from the movies, but I believe Neil made this one.
Yep, Neil made this one. Yeah.
This was for Evil Guppy figures. This one I really, really like. You talk about purple. And Neil did an amazing job working on the purple, and you look at obviously.
Purple's pop.
Are those Jocasta legs, you think? On that one?
I don't know. They look painted to me. He may have used the Jocasta legs as like a failsafe, but it does look like he painted them. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the contrast between the silver and the purple, and then they have the golds and everything. The blue on the face is done really well. there was another picture somewhere where I think had this one with like a few of the others.
I remember that Neil, being Neil, didn't take his own pictures.
Right. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he just stole EG Fig's pictures, and he's like, these pictures are from the guy who received it because I didn't take them.
Well, yeah, fuck it, somebody else will do it. But yeah, no, just kind of seeing, Neil's work with the rest of the crew, it just fits in so well.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, I don't know this character at all, but again, the thing that stands out to me the most on this is the purples are really nice. They pop like crazy, and that helmet. I don't know if he sculpted that helmet or not, but it's like it looks very like symmetrical, which like I feel like it's a hard thing to get right on a helmet like that. It's tricky to.
Yeah, it's a pretty detailed helmet too.
Yeah. So for that to be as symmetrical as it is, it looks really good to me. So.
That's why I made a mold of that Black Knight figure that I made. I spent so long trying to get that helmet symmetrical, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to mold and cast this motherfucker.
Yeah, then we don't have to keep doing it.
I don't have to resculpt it 4 times. Yeah,
it's a good call. It's a good call. Well, good job, Neil. It's nice to have you participating in these events. Me and Neil have been chatting for quite some time. I've made figures for him in the past, and yeah, it's nice to see that he's regularly being a part of these events now. So I think this is his 3rd or 2nd time, and I think I saw he signed up for Secret Santa too, right? So
yeah, I think this is his 3rd event.
This is his 3rd one? Okay, yeah. So Secret Santa will be his 4th, because I'm pretty sure I saw that he was in for this year's Secret Santa.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Awesome. Good job, Neil. All right.
I was going to say, I don't recognize this one. It's happening again.
This is not from the event. This is EG Figs.
Yeah.
Pretty dope, though. All right, hang on.
It threw me for a loop there. I was like, so here we have, what the fuck is this?
There we go. Well, I like this one a lot, too.
Yes. I just want to start by saying, like Charlie mentioned today, that he felt like he was a little down on himself for this one. I think she's absolutely stunning.
Me too.
Oh yeah, no, she is. Yeah,
I think Troop would agree. We're our own worst critics, right? And sometimes we feel like we didn't do our best. But I just want to throw it out there that I think this is just absolutely amazing. I don't know if he sculpted that spider on the chest, the Venom.
Looks like he did.
Logo and everything, and just sculpt over the She-Hulk face, just the whole concept of the figure and everything. This is anything but lackluster.
Yeah, that face right there with the symbiote coming through the scream, like the angry She-Hulk head, is fucking just amazing. It's so damn nice. Yeah, this is crazy good.
Yeah, she looks really cool. I think he did an excellent job, just overall, executing the whole figure.
Oh yeah, it's solid.
Making it his own. So yeah. No need to be down for this one, man. She looks great.
He did sculpt the emblem. Yeah, I mean, the even more impressive thing about this is he did this all with a cataracts. Like, I was talking to him about it because how Draven mentioned he was kind of down on himself, and I'm like, man, this is fucking amazing. What are you talking about? He's like, I feel like I could have done more, but my eyes weren't cooperating. So I think he has like cataract surgery. It might actually stop him from signing up for Secret Santa, unfortunately, but. He said like he could potentially be out for like 6 to 8 weeks. So
geez,
it's a bummer just to lose another person who's. I mean, I can't think of a time that we've done one of these that he wasn't part of it. I feel like he's
been doing it for a long time,
like as long as I've been doing them too, right? Like at least 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, actually, and I want to say he's almost always done. Well, definitely, I think always done on time, but even early sometimes.
Yep. Yeah. Well, because he always knows it's going to take a long time to get where it's going, right?
Yeah, and that's one thing I love about him too, is that like Mexico's, postal service is anything but desirable, but he still comes back for more. It took 7 weeks for my Valkyrie figure to get to him, but the fact that he's patient with it and trust the process and everything, it's awesome to have him back. Yeah, he said he's getting one done soon and then the other eye done in about a month. So he was a little unsure if he was going to be able to actually.
That sucks. I can relate though, man. I can relate to that being bummed out about not being able to participate in something that is literally just part of your year every year, right? Like,
yeah. Absolutely.
Sucks. See, right here, he's like, next time I promise I'll make stuff better. I don't know, man. You shouldn't apologize for this because, I mean, I don't even collect She-Hulk, and if I got this, I'd be like, whoa, this is fucking amazing. So,
yeah, I think it's really well done.
Yeah, me too.
That's a hard self-criticism there.
Yep. But like Draven said, we're all our own worst critics, right? Which I think we probably all can, we can probably all relate to that. I'm sure probably everybody in the chat can probably relate to that too. So, yeah. Good job, buddy. This is awesome. You did a great job. I don't, sucks that you're beating yourself up so much about it. Let me see here. Go back. All right. Coming close to the end here.
Okay, so this is from StarCraft. I'm actually not too familiar with StarCraft, but this was the head. A good chunk of the detail on the body was all hand sculpted by Mr. Gerard, the Gonard. At halfway checkpoint, he had kind of just had everything in a bag, but then when he finally got this together and started sculpting, and he sent me kind of progress pictures of his sculpting and everything on it, just absolutely phenomenal. I did go back and actually look at Morley's list again to make sure this was actually something other. Like, wait, was this an option on there? And I researched the character because I knew nothing new about it. When I saw where he was headed with this and all the sculpting and everything he did, I was just absolutely blown away.
Yeah, it's really good.
This was Gerard's first event back in a little while. I think it went almost.
Yeah, he stepped away for a couple of years. Maybe not a couple of years. Yeah, maybe a couple of years, but
yeah, it just putting the soft good touch at the end there with the mask and the cape. Yeah. This was one of those instances where it wasn't. This is a McFarlane base. It's a Stranger Things figure. It's one of the Demogorgons.
Nice.
After talking to the recipient and everything, Gerard's like, this body was just too perfect for,
what he was doing.
Yeah, what he was doing, and I kind of tried running it by Morley without, giving anything away. But he was totally cool with it, and I think Morley was super stoked with the outcome, as I would have been too. So.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Honestly, this is the kind of stuff that I think Gonard Customs does such a good job with. Like, he's just it's like he looks at a list and is like, what's the most fucking crazy thing on this list for me to make? And he's like, that's what I'm gonna make. Like, he's notorious for picking out something that most people would actively avoid at all costs.
Just instantly be like, yep, not doing that one.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that I would look at and I would be like, yeah, that's a quick and easy pass. No thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks great. Honestly, all the sculpt work as expected from Gonard. It's clean, it's crisp. And then he's a master at building. I just find he's so good at putting things together and making it make sense and making it work. And I think that's all on display here. I think he did a really good job. So fucking A. We'll let Wes say his piece when he comes back, but we'll keep moving forward just because I'm running out of time here. So
okay. All right. So this is, I believe it's Nightcrawler, right? As Spider-Man?
Yep. As Spider-Man, yeah.
Uncanny Spider-Man received by Bad Solicitors and
made by Goodman.
Yep. There are alternate heads on this one as well.
Yeah, you had some Nightcrawler heads too, right?
Yeah, that's how. Obviously, I saw the tail and everything, but I was like, wait, they made this combination as well. Like, you can't go wrong.
There you go.
Spider-Man.
I like the neck down, the mask around the neck. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's just I like looking at the design. Looks like the spider design was sculpted as well, and all those lines hand painted. It even goes through the butterfly joints onto the shoulders.
Yeah. Like, he said it's just Abe's. It's just Abe's fix it, and he sanded the hell out of it. So,
gotcha. Yeah, but I mean, pulling that off even with the normal shoulders without the butterfly joints has got to be a pain. But he added that in there as well, and obviously a figure like this between Nightcrawler and Spider-Man, this thing needs to be super articulated, and I think he did an excellent job of sculpting around all of that and just nailed it. Such a cool.
I'm pretty sure he was shitting on his own Banff effect, but I actually think that Banff effect is like great. I think it works so well.
Yeah, that is a really cool Banff effect.
Yep, totally.
It's a shame we don't have any official ones from Hasbro.
I know. I'm surprised because this would be right up their alley. Taking two things and mixing it together, especially if one of those things is an X-Men and one's a Spider-Man.
Yeah. Or charging us an extra $10 for the Banff effect.
Oh, we put that in. We're going to put it in a special box. Charge you $30 more.
Like, oh, we gave this character wings.
That's an extra 30. Yeah, no, this turned out great, man. Honestly, really, really like it. Again, I'm not that I'm surprised. Gridman always fucking delivers. And yeah, I don't think there's any exception to the rule here. It's really good. Turned out great. I really like it. I'm happy we finally saw one of these. I was wondering how long it would take for us to see one of these, because this is one of those things that I feel like just works for one of these events, in terms of like being on the list.
We're gonna want to make.
Totally. So it's cool to finally get one. I'm surprised it took this long, but yeah, it's definitely awesome. So, hey Wes, before we move ahead, I wanted you to comment on the one that you were away from, just because this is that StarCraft character that Gonard made.
Yeah, sculpt work on this is phenomenal. I know we had talked about the I think I overheard you talking about the base body, but the sculpt work on this is really well done. I do not know this character at all. I assume that it is probably a perfect replica, because Gonard really does do a great job of interpreting sculpt. Just actually of sculpting in general, but of interpreting a character and bringing them to life. So, but yeah, I think this is a really well done figure. I love the sculpt work, but I also love the paints. Those paints are really smooth.
Yeah, they are. That's very nice.
And that head sculpt too. I'm not sure if he had to paint the base body or not, but the head sculpt really blends well with the base body.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, he crushed it. It's so good. Okay, sorry to move us along so quick, but we have a few more and I'm running out of time. So,
yep, we'll get them.
Moving on.
That's how it always ends up, huh?
It always ends up that way.
We should realize that we just have like a lot of customs to go through.
It's true.
Well, yeah, especially as the events get bigger too. We might have to do a part one.
Maybe we'll put a timer on it in the future. Like each custom gets 1 minute.
Go. But anyway, Caretaker made this one, and getting to see like the base body is I'm not sure what figure it is, but the base body in this thing was like a clear red figure. And as I'm learning, like painting over clear plastic is a pain in the ass.
Is that like a Human Torch, like that retro Human Torch, maybe?
Quite possibly, yeah. But like getting to see the end product, what he did, and the sculpting and everything on this is absolutely amazing. I think he did share the pictures, but I believe this is a Power Ranger custom, like from the comics.
From the Boom comics.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The interpretation. Yeah, there we go. He might have some work. There you go. Yeah. So.
No. Yeah.
Damn.
It shows you kind of obviously where the figure started and where the painting and everything went, and how that's. I'm guessing where the light shows through it, you can still see some of that transparent red. It looks like he left that kind of open. Possibly, maybe he did paint over the red.
Yeah, it looks like he might have painted it, but I don't know. Okay. He's here. He could probably say. Yeah, he said Retro Torch.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I was just absolutely blown away by this thing and not knowing the character. I used to be a huge Power Ranger fan back in the day, but
it's nice, clean sculpt work there. Right? Those are crispy edges.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nice work, man.
Yeah, this is from the Boom Comics, Power Rangers. I believe this is like a version of Zordon, right? Is that what he said? Dark Spectre Zordon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a little bit about the Boom Comics stuff, more of it kind of like from a glance than like reading it. I usually watch like videos about them and stuff. And Yeah, these are pretty sweet.
Yeah, that armor sculpt, head sculpt, really well done.
Yeah, very nice. Looks real sharp.
Things make it cool too.
Oh, did he make that? Was that part of the gift? No, that wasn't part of the gift, wasn't it?
No, I think that was a personal project.
For his own project, yeah.
Yeah, it's still just sitting here. We're all just like in awe.
That's nice. I mean, the detail work's fucking crazy there. It's awesome.
Very nice.
Job well done, dude. This is great. It's awesome. I know you took a break for a year, so again, nice to have you back with us, doing the events again. It's awesome. Okay, let's go back. All right, here we go.
Right. So this, it kind of gives me the crow feel, the way it was done painted. Like it almost looks like chalk.
Yeah, totally. That face paint on the front. Yeah.
Yeah. And this, I believe, was from, I don't think I updated this post. I'm pretty sure Mother Frog claimed this one. So this one came all the way from the Philippines. Nice. But yeah, I like, I'd be curious to see how he painted it. It looks like chalk to me. And it just looks so cool. I just love the way that it was executed. The black's not, it's kind of a matte black with kind of gray ashy tone to it.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I really absolutely love how they pulled this one off.
It kind of reminds me of the Spawn movie costume, like the colors, like that black and how it's like weathered.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like a more realistic version of Tarantula.
Yeah, very cool.
Which
is Black Tarantula, is he a Marvel character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe a Spider-Man character.
Is it the same as Tarantula? Just in a different costume? Oh, okay.
No. No, he does not have the pointy shoes.
The foot claws, yeah.
No, Black Tarantula I think is a much more violent character than
okay. That doesn't surprise me. He kind of looks like he'd fuck.
Yeah, he looks like he'd hurt somebody.
Yeah.
But I think this is another character that I pretty much know because of Brian Michael Bendis. I want to say that Bendis brought him into one of his books at some point.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, you remember this guy? But
he's back and now he's cool.
Yeah, now he's cool. But I feel like we've seen actually a few Black Tarantula customs over the years, or at least I think we have. But I always like seeing them because they're always kind of like, you think they're simple, but there's parts that have to, you get creative with. So, and yeah, that effect is, that paint effect is super bizarre. It works really well.
Sure does.
It's a nice effect.
Yeah, I agree. Job well done. This turned out really, really nice. I like it. And again, for a character that is essentially just a black costume with some white lining, he did a lot to really bring it to life. So I think this looks really, really good. The weathering on the white, the cloudy or the smokiness, as Star Marvel said, on the like white detailing, and even like the paint on the like spider part of the mask is very cool as well.
Yeah.
So I dig it. Nice. Good job.
Can you guys tell my cats are hungry?
They're up in your shit.
They got two of the three now. So.
We're just waiting for the last one. It's like a big old pet party over there.
All right. So this is one of our most recent reveals. And if I'm saying that right, is it Boku?
Yep, Boku Customs.
Boku Customs. He, wow. Just kind of at the last minute, I believe, decided to add the wings on. But she's just absolutely gorgeous. Like the metallic, the way that was pulled off, the sculpting on the arms and everything. Wow. Lifeguard. I don't, once again, you guys might be able to, elaborate a little bit on the character, but even though, he was kind of down on himself for taking a little bit longer to make this, like I mentioned today, if you have to be late, I'd much rather, you obviously go run through the finish line and not to it. And he definitely did. Like just the love that was put into this, and she's just absolutely gorgeous. You know, and I got to see the wings put on at the last minute. It just really made it pop. And you know, I told what was it, caretaker? I said, yeah, you might have had to wait, but you're going to absolutely love this, and I know he did. So.
Yeah, it's again, it's another one where it's like it's a bummer to see him go. He's stepping away from doing customs for other people for a while, and yeah, definitely a bummer to see him leave our little group here. But you know, definitely support the decision, and hopefully maybe one day he'll change his mind and come around again. But yeah, the work on this is great. Like that gold just pops like crazy. The sculpt work on the bodysuit's awesome. The sculpt work on the arms are phenomenal. Yeah, I don't know this character either though. Wes, I'm assuming you maybe do. No.
Another one from an era in which I was not really reading the comic. I want to say possibly around the same time that they had a character named Thunderbird again.
Oh, okay.
There was a guy named Thunderbird that was not anywhere near the size of Thunderbird or Warpath. And I want to say that it's around that era. Like they tried introducing some new characters. And,
is he X-Men? An X-Men character?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Sorry, I guess I didn't. I guess I could have led with that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she's an X-Men character. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyways, just a weird era of X-Men that I wasn't really into, but from what I remember of the character, spot on, and also just a lot of gold. It's a lot of gold to paint. It's not the easiest thing to do.
Nope.
Especially to get into the crevices of those wings.
Yeah, exactly.
So really well done. Really well done.
Agreed. It's awesome. Very, very cool. Yeah, job well done, Boku Customs. Sad to see you go, but hopefully you'll be back sometime down the line.
Yeah, I hope so. I really do.
But if not, cool figure for Caretaker to get. Kind of be one of those last customs from him, from somebody, like, you know, that's a cool thing to have.
Good. All right. So this guy had a little bit of a journey. This was made by Mr. Ricardo, Rick's Action Figure Chop Shop for Melted Plastic Customs. This is one of those weird. Just I have to just tell the story a little bit quick. He mailed it. It made it all the way to New York. Looking at the tracking, and then it got turned back to Las Vegas because they said the shipping wasn't paid for. I'm like, how the hell does it get all the way to its destination, pretty much, and have them send it back and be like, yeah, you know, you didn't pay to ship this? And like, Ricardo's crazy. Like, I've got a freaking receipt. I got a receipt that says I paid you all to ship this. But anyway, I thought I had to share that because, yeah, so this one was a little bit delayed because of that, because it had to go there and back twice. But this is Mesmero. Gotta love that green and gold combo. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah.
The green and pink?
Yes. I'm still stuck on the last one there. But definitely you can see how much sculpting Rick put into this.
Yeah, that's a lot. Jeez.
There you go. Take the words right out of my mouth there. Gives you a good idea of, you know, how far he has come as well. Definitely seen the major improvement in his work just over the last year or so. And this is a solid figure. He did absolutely a great job on this guy. Paint, the velvet cape.
Yeah, the velvet cape's a nice touch.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a Mesmero for my shelf. That'd be awesome.
Same. I've never
surprised they haven't done him. He seems like he'd be such a good toy. Like,
I mean, a weird, like what kind of costume is that? It's just
looks uncomfortable.
I've thought about making them before too, but I always get hung up on that
the headpiece thing, the neck thing.
Yeah, because it's like, what do you do? Well, apparently,
what the fuck's up with that?
Yeah. Yeah, this is well done. You don't see Mesmero customs hardly ever.
Nope.
You don't see Mesmero hardly ever.
No, you don't.
It's cool to see him represented in 3D form, and it's really well done.
Yeah. Once again, what's the one thing I love about these events? People get those things that they may not ever get otherwise unless they make it themselves.
I don't see them making this figure.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They'd have
He's
to put
kind
him
of
in
a
the
deep
story.
cut.
I mean,
Yeah, he's
I
kind of.
feel like
he's kind of,
he's one of those characters is like weird because I do think that a lot of Marvel fans know him.
Yep.
But couldn't tell you where I've seen a comic with him in it. Mostly just pictures that I've seen him in.
Yeah, same here.
Like the
I can't think of a
Sinbad.
comic run, but I can think of tons of like group shots of X-Men villains where he's in it.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So
he exists. We know that much.
Job well done, Rick Chop Shop. I'm gonna second what Draven said. It's been nice seeing you progress through the years. I still think your brew is still my favorite. Remember that year he did the brew custom, the little brew with like the glasses and the little suit? I thought that was fucking money, man. That was so good. All right, last two.
One time, somebody had commissioned me to make him, and so I actually have parts to start making him from years ago when I did Quentin Quire.
Oh, nice, because you were doing all the different students.
He commissioned, I guess so. He commissioned me to do Brew and Quentin Quire and some kind of villain who was like a child. I can't remember what his name was.
Was he the new Hellfire Club? The kid from the Hellfire Club?
Yeah, he was a kid in the Hellfire Club. Yeah. But I started making him too, and then he paid deposits and got Quentin, and then was super happy about it. But then his wife made him not pay me anymore.
Sucks when that happens. Man, there is so much fucking green and lime green this year.
There's a lot of event, yeah.
Plant-based superheroes.
vegan summer swap.
So this one, Mark made this one, and actually had to hang on to it for a little while. His recipient was a little bit behind, and it had to travel all the way to the Philippines. So made it there safely. I actually have a custom from Mr. Diddy. Absolutely still love her. It's a Dawn custom, another green. A green figure, so I can actually attest to the paint work and just how great the actual overall figure is. This guy is so cool. One thing that I was just totally on the side was disillusioned. The thing looks like it's floating. That table he put it on must have like a glass table or something. I'm like, is this guy floating? Like, how did Mark get his figure to float? But yeah, it was just all around just very solid figure.
I like that cape. He must have made that cape. Yeah. That doesn't look familiar to me.
The cape's well done. The leaf embellishments are well done. I really like the head, actually. Me
too.
The head might be my favorite part.
Yeah, the head looks great. The cape, honestly, all of it looks really good. Yeah, I like the leaf embellishments as well around the gloves and the boots and the waist and I don't recognize this character either though.
Old Avengers villain.
Oh, okay.
Plant Man.
So say he definitely has an old school feel to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think he was one of the many villains that was in the Zemo-led Thunderbolts.
It's supposed to open up a bit at the top like an onion. Oh, interesting.
There, I was just wondering if
Huh. I mean, I think this looks good as it is. Yeah, greens are popping this year. Yeah, totally, man. That's fucking crazy. So much green, like the contrast between the lime green and the hunter green too, right? It's like,
very, very well done.
Yeah, that's very cool. Job well done, man. This turned out great.
Whole figure, it's very interesting all around. So.
Yeah,
nice work.
Totally. Yep, good job, Mark. This turned out great, man. As you do. Okay, we're down to the last one.
Yes, this was kind of an interesting scenario too, because Evan was their family's expecting a baby as well. He actually sent this to me, and I shipped it. Yes, congrats, my friend. I shipped it for him, and it took its sweet time getting there. So, I was obviously there's a lot of weather stuff going on in the south. Could have a part of the delay, but just freshly revealed today. So this is Kitty Pryde trainee version. Now, is this from like old school original X-Men?
Not original X-Men, but it's from like the
would it be like kind of mid to late 80s, right? So this is like Sprite, right? This is what she was called, Sprite.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Very. But yeah, I mean, I see a ton of requests for this type of figure, this type of X-Men figure, and really, really well done. Evan really nailed it. She looks great. You see a lot of sculpted. I'm just looking at a lot of it was sculpted. The belt, the hands.
I think his yellow is really pop. I think yellow is a hard thing to make look good, and I think he did a good job at getting a nice, even color yellow. And you can see he also did some shading with like a more golden yellow in like the folds of the boots and then the folds of the gloves. But yeah, I think he did a really good job with this. Like this character is another one that's on my list of stuff that I wouldn't mind having in my giant size X-Men display. I know it doesn't really go with giant size, but it kind of works in that era. And yeah, I'd love to see that, super young Kitty Pryde when she first got into the X-Men team. So, and I think the head that he used for this works really well as well. Like, I feel like it shows kind of her youthfulness, and yeah, works good.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about the body on it because, and maybe it's just a trick that the head, the youthfulness of the head makes the body look younger.
Maybe
because it's definitely double jointed elbows, and the bicep swivel. So it leads me to believe that it's like the Shriek.
Yeah.
And the legs look like Shriek as well, but the chest doesn't. So it looks like maybe as a shaved down Shriek body.
Maybe, yeah.
But the head makes the body still feel youthful. So I thought it's kind of an interesting build. I like it.
Me too.
Yeah. And I also would not mind having this this Professor X as a jerk Kitty Pryde collection.
Definitely suits the era for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Awesome. Well, that wraps up all of the reveals from the Super Secret Swap so far. So as Draven said
before.
What's that, sorry?
I just got to see everything before, so it's not too bad.
That's pretty good. I think we were pretty close to that when we did the last one as well. We were pretty well off. So, oh, what up, 78 points? How's it going, man? We're just wrapping up here, but what up? But yeah, thanks to everybody who joined. Thank you guys, Draven and Wes, for hopping on and doing this. And I always like to be able to do this. It's nice to be able to call out all the work that goes into these figures, and just honestly just to call out the group of guys that we have participating in this, and the ones who continuously come back, the ones who have basically been mainstays in this event since well before it was on Instagram. Yeah, it's awesome. It's just such a great group of talented customizers, and I'm very proud to say that I'm part of this little group of artists. So it's awesome.
Definitely thank you to everybody, all the hard work you put in. Just to reiterate, it's I know what goes into it, and blood, sweat, and tears, right?
Hells yeah.
Yeah, we can't wait to see how many people we get lined up for the Secret Santa, the winter edition of Legendary Secret Swap. And I'm excited to see the final 4 reveals. So I'll be stoked for that.
I only know one of the 4, those last 4 reveals, and I'm very excited for it to be revealed. Yeah, but yeah, like Wes alluded to, we do have Secret Santa signups on. They're open now. They open today. They're open until August 4th, so you guys do have a few weeks to make a decision. But we do need all wish lists and everything in by August 4th, so please make sure that you read all the event rules. There were some minor changes, nothing too crazy, but there are some minor changes. So please make sure you've read through them all and have a good understanding of what's being asked of you. And please, we are going to crack down a little harder on those of you who are, late post, the deadline. So please, if you don't feel like you can hit that December 1st deadline, please reconsider signing up. We don't want to keep anyone waiting, especially as we get into Christmas. it's a busy time, and we just want to make sure everything moves smoothly, right? So,
right.
But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you both for doing this with me. Thank you to the whole crew of customizers who participate in these. Thank you to everyone in the chat who was chatting it up with us. And for anybody who is in the replay crew, please remember to just drop a like on the video, leave a comment. And if you aren't already, please go and follow Legendary Secret Swap on Instagram. Follow the customizers that are partaking in the event. Show these guys some love. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we put together for the 2024 edition of the Secret Santa. Should be a good one. So if Summer Swap is any indicator of what we're going to see for Secret Santa, I am very excited. So
absolutely.
Okay. All right,
Thank you guys.
Have a great night, everybody, and we will see you guys next time.
All right. Take care.
Peace out.